What do you see as the biggest challenges in conservation?
The growing human population. Because where we are, there's nothing else.
And do you have views about what should be done about that?
Can't you guess?
Well, it could be on a spectrum from mass sterilisation to you know, greater availability of contraception. I don't know what your views are as to what can be done about it.
Well, I think it might be described as voluntary family limitation.
I grew up in the 1960s, watching those TV commercials with those starving kids in Africa who stared vacantly at the camera with sad eyes and distended bellies. And in 6th grade, my Glee Club teacher, Mr. Collins, had us change the words in this song we were singing. 3 billion people in the world to 4 billion people in the world. And I was shocked. I couldn't believe that the population was so big. And I was even more shocked because no one else in the class seemed at all disturbed by this fact. And a couple days later, I told my friend Susie Hollander that because there seemed to be too many people in the world for it to handle, that I wasn't going to have any kids. And she looked at me and she replied that she was going to have 3. This is unsustainable.
I am not a bigot. Mother Earth is dying because I exist. I trust these philanthropist eugenicists who just want what's best for me. I am an empowered and free global citizen.
A war over resources? Or will it stop growing because people choose to have smaller families? And by smaller families, I mean one-child families. And this is where people start getting nervous talking about overpopulation and population issues because they're scared that I'm going to take away their rights to have children. But I don't want to take people's rights away. I want to give people rights.
Hi, we're Natasha and Luca, that vegan couple from YouTube and other social media.
The time has come to make animal rights history.
Join us in London on October 7 for the Animal Rebellion.
It's a 2-week disruption, but you can come for any time you're able to.
Taking direct action for animals to disrupt business as usual and demand serious change from governments is what the animal victims and the planet desperately need.
Hey everyone, we're in Lisbon, Portugal. We are disrupting in a supermarket, or a shopping centre I should say, with lots of restaurants around us. We have about 23 activists with us tonight and we're playing the screams of animals.
If we all sterilize ourselves and give the animals human rights, we can all have equal animal rights together and eat plant-based fortified kibble to stop the #climate crisis and achieve #climate justice with the good grown-ups at the big banks, governments, and global corporations.
You know, is spending $1 million on that last 3 months of life for that patient, would it be better not to lay off those 10 teachers and to make that trade up in medical costs? But that's called the death panel, and you're not supposed to have that discussion. So you, of course,
well, that's an interesting thing you just said.
Our Earth is warming up and our oceans are rising. Extreme weather is wrecking millions of lives.
From California to the Amazon, our forests are burning. We are in a climate emergency.
We cannot let this happen on our watch. Up to 1 million species are becoming extinct because of mankind's actions, and time is running out.
History shows us that when enough people rise up and demand change, those in power have no choice but to act.
Millions of people around the world are taking to the streets on a climate strike, demanding our leaders listen to the science and act.
We must take back power. That means voting for leaders who care about the future of our planet. Join in supporting environmental movements like Greenpeace or Fridays for Future, a global youth movement inspired by Greta Thunberg.
And doing what we can to live in a greener lifestyle, like cutting out meat and dairy in your diet and reducing plastic use.
I mean, the population's going to have to stop growing at some point, so why not stop now? Instead of wishing that some invention or technology will save us that doesn't even exist yet and we're not even sure works. So for everyone to have quality of life, the number of humans on Earth needs to go down. And I believe that it needs to go down to 2 billion people, which sounds radical because there are 7 billion people on the planet today, but it's actually the world population of just 80 years ago. So let's change our idea of what the ideal family looks like. And let's not be afraid to talk about overpopulation, because it is not about taking rights away from people. It is about giving opportunities to women, children, and future generations. And lastly, let's be part of the solution.
The Red Brigade symbolizes the blood that connects all of us. It's the blood that connects humans, species, all of us to the earth. So for me, the Red Brigade is a vessel to hold the emotions of grief and loss and rage and joy and love and peace. And it's those emotions that connect all of us. And we work, or we try to work as one, which symbolizes that we are all connected. We act as one. We move as one.
We are all one. Everything is relative and morality is subjective, so we must act together to save the planet. You are highly evolved gods who evolved by random chance through evolution that created something out of nothing in a meaningless cold material universe that evolved life out of nothing by transforming cosmic ponscum into monkeys who must save the planet by getting rid of themselves and creating a totalitarian technocratic global monoculture society. We must eat nutrient-fortified kibble in our smart cities and pay for our cockroach milk and VR porn with carbon credits so the IMF, World Bank and Fortune 100 can save the planet from the evil CO2 we exhale, and poor little Billie Eilish can have her future back. I am not deceived. Pop culture is healthy and is not programming me to self-destruct. I will save the world by eating sustainable vegan kibble and demanding the government give me the same rights as animals. I am not being dehumanized. I am empowered. Veganism and vasectomies should be mandatory. Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide, and I trust the people on the TV screen. Peace.
There we go. Hello, bigots. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I see you're all wearing masks in the chat. Good work. Mandatory muzzles for all these live streams. What's up, okay? What's up, AMC, Banana Chan, Laura Painter, already sending a super chat. Thank you so much, Laura. Imploring remonstrance, wearing the masks. Right? The more masks you wear, the safer you are too, right? The less you can breathe, the safer you are. Coming at you from the Andes of Ecuador, dealing with the madness of the world, just like you guys all are. Nice to see you guys. Bart K, what's up, Bart K? Up in the chat. Bart K. Arch Bigot, Bart K up in the chat. Robert, Carnivore Alliance, WT, South River. What's up, everybody? What's up, guys? Guys and gals. All right, we got a few super chats already. Big shout out to South River. South River sent a super chat via the Streamlabs. There's a Streamlabs link. Actually, it's in the chat right now. Thank you, OK, for dropping that link. And then there's also a link in the description. If you guys want to support the work we do here, that is by far the best way to go about it. So let's see here. How do we... All right. There we go. So thank you very much, South River, sending that super chat. We got a super chat from Nick Jones. This is actually before the stream even started. It says, I missed the live stream, but thought I'd send a belated donation from your Utah fan. Thanks for the call out at the end of the live stream. You and your family. Wait, I can't see the whole. Why can't I see the whole thing? I can't see the whole message. What the heck's going on here? says, you and your family in Ecuador as well as Jay Dyer are the best. All right, there you go. Got it. Thank you. Nick Jones, appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the super chats. We got a super chat here from Laura Painter. Laura Painter, who is a member at primaledgehealth.com. Laura's not even, she can't even hang out, but she's just supporting. Laura, I cannot thank you enough for the regular support. Really appreciate that. Appreciate all you guys supporting the work we do here. Laura Painter sending that $24.99 to this non-essential, to our non-essential family here in the non-essential rural mountains of Ecuador, running our little non-essential family farm. Thank you, Laura Painter. I really appreciate that. She says, have to listen later. Just sending some support. Please keep streaming. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Y'all want these streams? You better support. Y'all better support if you want these streams. Obligatory super chats and obligatory masks. All right, wait. Why do I don't even need that pulled up yet. We're not talking about that yet. There we go. You guys like that? Like that preview image? All right, there's a lot going on in the world. Where do we even start? First of all, let's start with some announcements. How about that? We'll start out with some announcements. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock my time, which is actually 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Mañana. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. John Venus, ex-vegan icon John Venus, coming on. He, I don't know how long it's been. I think it's probably been a month or 2 months. Let's say 2 months. It's been 2 months or so since we talked to John last, since he came out as non-vegan, maybe even trans-vegan. I'm not sure. I kind of get the vibe that he's trans-vegan like me. To be honest, I don't really know. I don't really know where he stands on that. He's definitely not a trans-vegan phobe like a lot of these other people in the vegan movement out there. But John Venus came out as never really vegan, as the vegans would say. And there was a major backlash. The cult was freaking out. And of course, the vegan cult, the giant lol cow that is the vegan cult on YouTube, is always providing so much entertainment, so many laughs. So many laughs. So we appreciate the vegan cult for giving us endless belly laughs. Lashing out at former vegans like John Venus, lashing out at former vegans like Tofu Tommy Kelly. Tommy Kelly will be back on at some point. I'll have to talk to Tommy. Maybe he wants to come back on this week. We'll see when we can get Tommy Kelly back on. Good old Tommy Kelly. All right, let's get into it. Vice, the bastions of real journalism, right? Hard-hitting journalism. Truly brave, stunning. Cutting edge. We'll call it that. Cutting edge journalism from Vice. Vice World News article. Dear white vegans, stop appropriating food. White vegans, stop appropriating food. Veganism is going through its own racial reckoning. That's a long time coming. Considering white vegan influencers have appropriated traditional foods forever. Anya Zolodziowski. Wow, she is just... Anya, thank you so much. All right, Vice, journalist, activist, I'm sure. What else? Cat mom. Anya Zolidziowski, staff writer at Vice.com. Let's check out her Twitter. Anya, I'm impressed. Dear white people. Wait, dear white people. Aren't you white, Anya? Anya Zolidziowski, you sure look like a white girl to me. Maybe a little Persian. I'm sure your father's so proud. Journalist and hipster F word. Her tag. And she got a check mark. Well, look at that. A blue check mark. All right, so we know that what she's saying is true. We know we can trust her. She got a check mark on Twitter. She works for Vice. Okay? Vice magazine. Vice, it's not even a magazine anymore. It's basically it's like an HBO subsidiary news organization. news organization. You could find other articles by Vice, such as how to plan your first abortion party. You can learn all about the ins and outs of just about every revolutionary thing that's always being pushed by media. I don't know. I'm constantly amazed at the level of trash that Vice puts out. So Anya Zolodziowski, living up to the name of her employer, living up to Daddy Vice's name, and dropping this hard-hitting journalism. Let's see what Anya Zolodziowski has got to say here. So, veganism is going through its own racial reckoning, she says. When Afia Amawaka, when Afia Amawako became a vegan 5 years ago, she said she didn't see herself reflected in the community, which was dominated by wealthy white women. They often touted recipes, African peanut stew or Asian stir fry, wow, that rely on racial stereotypes, said Ameoko. 1, they don't look like you. And 2, they are appropriating your food. Those are ways to turn racialized people away. Right? Like this is, man, I didn't even realize that people were actually standing up to this. I am so impressed with Afia Amawoko. Right? Asian stir fry? What kind of freaking disgusting human being? What kind of a disgusting, spiteful, hateful, racist bigot makes an Asian stir fry when they're not even Asian? Right? You have freaking white women making Asian stir fry? Well, you think you put some soy sauce on it? You put your soy sauce, you're gonna bind your feet up when you make your Asian stir fry, you freaking bigots, you freaking white bigots. You're gonna like what, pull your eyelids to the side or whatever you racist white people do to make fun of Asians, the oppressed Asians. This is insanity. We need to stop this. I mean, as a trans vegan, I really appreciate Afia Amaweko. Thank you so much. There's nothing worse than a white woman making an Asian stir fry, right? Or like white women going to sushi restaurants. Excuse me. Oh no! Oh, you have a Pokemon backpack on. You have a Pokemon backpack and you like anime. Okay, that's okay. Come on in. You can have some sushi. This vegan mother-son duo is using soul food to spread black love. Wow, is that another article on Vice? You can link over here. There you go. Soul food to spread black love. But it's not cultural appropriation, right? That's all good. But these white women making Asian stir fries, these white women with African peanut soup, are you serious? This is hateful. This is terrible. We got to stop this. And Vice is going to help us. Ameoko, 23. What a surprise. 23. Ameoko, 23 years old. Let's see. Okay. 23 years old is a vegan Instagrammer and blogger based in Toronto. I mean, damn. I'm impressed so far with this resume. Vegan Instagrammer and blogger in Toronto? She said the weeks and months following the killing of George Floyd have been marked with an onslaught of support for black creators, particularly from white-run accounts. It's a stark departure from the white norm. These white women, they're gatekeepers of the vegan movement, Ameoko said. We black creators have been here this whole time. I mean, what a, man, stupid white women. These white women are like, try to act like, all white and stuff. So stupid. Can you believe this? All these white bloggers with their like Asian recipes. This is ridiculous. They can't do that. These white women are the gatekeepers of the vegan movement, Amayoko said. We black creators have been here the whole time. White women are starting to acknowledge black and racialized vegans now. Following a string of racial reckonings happening in several sectors and communities, Amayoko said, but I'm not going to lie to you. Some of us are still skeptical. Right? It's not enough. Right? You guys put your little black squares up there. Right? You're helping to elevate the black voices, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Amayoko isn't the only racialized vegan who felt sidelines by the community. Black vegan influencer Tabitha Brown previously told Vice that before she cut out meat and dairy, she thought vegans were white ladies who do yoga. But I guess that's not like a racial stereotype, though, right? It's okay to racial stereotype white women, though, because they're just non-entities. White people in their blogs dominate the results when key terms like vegans, vegetarians, or vegan recipes are plugged into Google. Oh my goodness, this is terrible, right? All these websites that Google is promoting, many of them are owned by white people. That's terrible. That's terrible, says Vice. White people in their blogs dominate results when key terms like vegans, vegetarians, and vegan recipes are plugged into Google. Natal Jethalal, a board member for Toronto Vegetarians Association, told Vice News he had been putting together a conference for vegans, and it has been a lot easier to find prominent panelists online who are white. The problem is, few people think to go to the second page of Google results, Jethalal said. Okay, so in Toronto, Canada, the Toronto Vegetarians Association is finding it hard to find panelists who are not white. First of all, most people in Canada, hey Vice, hey young lady, hey Anya Zolodziowski, hey Anya, guess what? Most people in Canada are white people. That's just how it is. And guess what? Most vegans and vegetarians are privileged middle class and suburban, disconnected, brainwashed, Disney-fied little McWhite kids. That's who the vegetarians and vegans are. You vegan McActivists, most of you are white kids. I'm sorry. Veganism is a disease of affluence. Veganism is a disease of affluence. The problem is few people think to go to the second page of Google results, Jethalal said. The reality is that people of color, especially black people, black being capitalized, but white is lowercase, just in case you guys didn't notice that, black people are more likely to give up meat than white people. Same sentence, black people capitalized, white people lowercase. According to the 2018 Gallup poll, only 3% of white Americans said they follow a vegetarian, whereas 9% of, quote, non-white Americans identified as vegetarian. Okay. Having not read this, or first of all, we all know Gallup polls are not the end-all be-all. In fact, Gallup has how many people who are listening here, how many people in the audience, how many people who are watching, have ever been asked to participate in a Gallup poll? How many? How many? I bet not many. I bet no one here has ever been asked to participate in a Gallup poll. But 3% of white Americans said they follow a vegetarian diet, whereas 9% of non-white Americans identified as vegetarian. What else? Could there be other confounders here? Could it be that the vegetarian identifying groups also tend to try to identify themselves as non-white? Could there be other confounding factors? Like, perhaps the only people getting polled by Gallup in 2018, perhaps there was a higher percentage of white people getting polled by Gallup. Who the hell gets polled by Gallup? In this post-Floyd world of racial reckonings, many vegans are starting to look inwards at their own privilege. White vegan influencers are urging people who follow BIPOC, that means black indigenous people of color, right? Black, indigenous, and people of color accounts as part of it. Basically BIPOC, for those of you who don't know, it just means not disgusting white people. White vegan influencers are urging people to follow BIPOC accounts as a part of the hashtag Amplify Melanated Voices campaign, while racialized vegans who have amassed large followings continue to post about George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. Stories are surfacing in the vegan corners of the internet, highlighting vegan black Instagram accounts and vegan black-owned businesses. All right, so the planet is healing. The planet is healing, you guys. The fat Earth is healing. All right, we got a bunch of bigots in the chat. What are you guys all fighting about in there? What are you guys all fighting about in there? Okay, keeping it on point. All right, guys, stay on topic. And remember, mandatory super chats as well. Where the super chats at? Getting no support from the chat here. 30 minutes in. Where'd the support from the chat? Come on, guys. There's a link down below for, for super chats via Streamlabs. Streamlabs is the best way. Streamlabs is by far the best way. Let's see. Hey, where'd it go? There we go. We got a Streamlabs donation right there. We got two of them. For some reason, they didn't show up. They didn't flash through. Let me see. Why is it doing that? It's not sending them through. Well, Rebuke Satan 316 donated $1. Thanks, Rebuke Satan 316. Sends a buck. Says, well, you know. Oh, I know what this is. I catch your drift.
I know what it is.
Jessica knows what it is. Jessica's in the room now. Well, you know, a chickpea is basically a grass-fed steak.
My childhood.
Ooh, stealing dreams and childhoods. Well, you know, a chickpea is basically a grass-fed steak, and well, you know, throwing some lentils and it's basically a done deal. Rebuke Satan, thank you for that super chat. That was a Streamlabs chat. Joe Wags sends $15. Thank you so much. Says just sending some loves. Don't worry, I got my mask on. Joe Wags wearing a mask. Masking it so he doesn't have to casket it. Mask it or casket. Mask it or casket. I wonder why. It's weird that didn't get fed through. All right. Here we go. Oh, there we go. The super chats. Super chats are blowing up now.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood.
Remember, for every super chat you send, we will decrease Greta Thunberg's dreams and childhood by 10%. Every super chat, for every
dreams, my childhood.
Here we go. We'll do it like this. For every $100 in super chats received throughout the stream, that will be 10% of Greta Thunberg's dreams and childhood gone, stolen, in our pockets, in your pockets. They're not our dreams. Those are our dreams now, Greta. Give me your dreams and your childhood. Give me your dreams and your childhood, Greta Thunberg. Greta. All right, we got DB donating Canadian $5 through Super Chat. Says Trans Vegan checking in. Thank you, DB. The Real Cooter Brown wins. The Real Cooter Brown wins the Super Chat competition so far. I sent $35 Super Chat. R.I.P. Petunia. Oh man, Jessica. How much do you guys miss Petunia? And I know you accidentally put a P, but you know it's Betunia with a B. It's Betunia with a B. Yeah, Betunia. If you guys don't know, Betunia is, maybe we should probably check in on. Oh wait, well look, we found that one girl's. All right, let's find. We gotta find those annoying vegans.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood.
Betunia. Betunia was a chicken individual. She was a feathered individual. She was a woman with what her caretakers called an ass vagina. Right? You know she's a woman because she had an ass vagina. Is what the vegans call it. Okay, this is not my terminology. The vegans call it an ass vagina. Let me just pull this up so we can. Those annoying vegans. That's Petunia right there. The most beautiful, the most gorgeous, beautiful, angelic, dandruff stricken, lice infested, split cleft mouth, hair lipped, chicken that there ever was. The most beautiful. And she taught Anna of Those Annoying Vegans how to love. This chicken she's gone. She passed away. She passed away. She passed away. I think she was 76 years old in chicken years. 760 years old in chicken years, actually. So yes, RIP Petunia. I really appreciate you guys throwing out the support. We miss Petunia greatly. Should we sing a song for her? I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, chicken, and I don't want to miss a thing. 'Cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream I never do, I still miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. Whew. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep, 'cause I miss you, Petunia, and I don't want to miss a thing. Oh. Try not to cry, right? Man. I'm sorry. You know, a lot of you are probably crying right now. It's okay. Like, it's good. We have to these are difficult times. These are hard times, right? Global totalitarian technocracy is taking all of our rights, trying to turn us into little soylent guzzling, test tube, abused, psychologically fractured, schizophrenic, addicted, pharmaceutically modified, genetically bastardized, sterile slaves. Right? There's like all that stuff. But who cares? But Petunia the chicken. Petunia the chicken. The rescue chicken has moved on to that great coop in the sky. All right, Roger Sear, Canadian $5 through Super Chat says, how dare you? How dare you back, Roger Sear? How about that? Sid Meister sent $1.99. Another fatty for you, Tristan. Hashtag non-bigot gang. Damn, dude, another fat. Calm down, Sid Meister. Calm down with them fatties, dude. We don't have enough room in the PayPal for all those $1.99s. I appreciate that. Let's see, DB, where to go? We got a bunch of super chats here. They're just popping in one after another. Wolves and Sheeple donated $20 through super chat. Says, hey Tristan, appreciate your work. We should do a show together sometimes. We discuss a lot of the same subject matter. Keep it up. Right on. Let me Wolves and Sheeple. Let me make sure to pull up your. I'll pull up your channel. Wolves and Sheeple podcast. Or Jessica will write it down in her mind. Right here. Except on her. All right. The real Cuda Brown. $5 super chat. That awkward moment when your spouse posts the whole world to see that she loves a chicken more than you. Yeah. Sounds about right. DB sent a Canadian $10 Canadian tens. Woo! DB keeping us going here. Says, from the photo, Petunia looks tired of the BS from those annoying vegans and wishes she was turned into fried chicken sooner to end her life. Dude, that's super disrespectful. Don't fry chicken. Make soup. The Real Cooter Brown. Oh, we already read that. Thank you, Real Cooter Brown. Omnivore Gains. Send in $1. Omnivore Gains. Send in $1 via the Streamlabs donation link. That's the best way to donate, guys. The Streamlabs link is in the description. There will be a Streamlabs link in the chat as well that I'll drop right now. Let me drop that in the chat. Here we go. Being trans vegan isn't easy. I'm a vegan trapped in a body that wants nutrients. Therefore, I'm on an omnivore diet. 'Tis a blessing and a curse, says Omnivore Gains. Omnivore Gains. I mean, I don't know if you're trying to make fun of me, if this is some sort of like, if you're like some sort of a alt-right human supremacist that's trying to make fun of me for being trans vegan. But yeah, it isn't easy. It's not easy. What's not easy is dealing with the bigotry. The bigotry from the vegan community who don't want to accept me as a thought leader in their space, who don't accept trans people, who don't accept me as a trans man, a trans vegan, excuse me. I don't know. I just feel really oppressed, and I don't want to think about the loss of Petunia anymore, and I don't really want to talk about it anymore. I mean, it's just, I don't know, you guys bring it up every chat. It's like you just want to make me sing 90s songs and make you cry. If that's what you want out of these streams, 90s songs to make you cry, that's fine. That's fine. And we can cheer up too, right? We can always cheer up. Sing a little Smash Mouth, a little Smash Mouth. You guys ever heard of that? You heard of this group, this new group called Smash Mouth? All right. Okay, everybody. Here we go. Back to the task at hand. Vice magazine. I thank you so much, Vice. Let's keep reading this. Even pop star Lizzo has come out as vegan, coupling her new diet with the body positivity movement and racial justice. Thug Kitchen, a white-owned vegan blog, has faced years of consistent criticism for its use of anti-black stereotypes in its branding. Finally changed its name to Bad Manners in June. More and more Instagram accounts I follow, I'm vegan myself, are calling on Westerners to stop whitewashing vegan and vegetarian diets. Hey, Vice. Hey, Anya Zolidziowski, you stupid little girl. Like I said earlier, veganism is a disease of affluence. A vegan diet is not just a disease of affluence, but it's a disease that seeks to culturally destroy all people. It is a disease. Veganism is a disease, an ideological parasite that threatens to destroy the way of life of all indigenous people, of all races, of all colors, all rural people who do not rely upon your imported, mass-produced, soylent slop shit. It is a movement. Veganism is a movement. It is a religion. It is a disease that threatens all of these people. The Maasai, who live mostly on animal foods, with some tubers and some occasional carbohydrates that they source locally. The Maasai live almost exclusively off of animal foods, and you idiots want to push your decadent, soylent slop scientism diet onto the rest of the world. That's what you're doing. So you are actually, what you're actually doing, you stupid little white girl, Anya Zolidziowski, in your article, Dear White Vegan, Stop Appropriating Food. I guess maybe you don't consider yourself white. I don't know. Maybe you're, I guess, like, she's probably part Indian or something, right? She looks like she may be a little Indian. So I guess you're not white. You stupid girl, Anya. Your diet is not only destroying your body, your mind. Veganism as an ideology, as a diet, also threatens to destroy all sovereign nations. And this is not just conjecture. This is not just me throwing out extreme views. This is what it is. You wish to force your ideology of animal rights on all these people. So what about these indigenous people? What about our neighbors here who've been keeping guinea pigs, chickens, sheep, cows for centuries? What about our indigenous neighbors over here? You're going to take their foods away too? You say it's cultural appropriation to eat a vegan diet. Your vegan diet threatens to destroy all the cultural heritage foods and the most nourishing fertility foods in every culture, and thus destroy those cultures and all those races. You freaking idiot. You freaking buffoon. Emiyoka told Vice she started her Instagram account after going vegan 5 years ago because she wanted to create space for people like her. I was like, a lot of cultural foods are easily plant-based, and nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about this. Ew. I was like, there should be a blog where they like make recipes that are like kind of like normal recipes, but are like plant-based. Nobody was doing it. Nobody. What are you talking about? There's some huge vegan bloggers in Canada who are guilty, she said. Emiyoka says she's also not surprised black people are turning to veganism, considering health outcomes in black communities are disproportionately worse than in white ones. By going vegan or adopting nutritious diets, which is, what do you mean nutritious diets? Veganism is the least nutritious diet. It is a diet that is inherently and admittedly nutrient deficient. It's a diet that requires heavy supplementation. It's a diet whose normal symptoms, right? It's a disease whose symptoms include sterility, muscle wasting. And you think they're going to take their health into their own hands with this plant-based kibble that's destroying people's health? It almost seems like now veganism is a new thing, when in reality it's been here for centuries, she said. No, it hasn't. Veganism has not been here for centuries. You've not been able to supplement with your pharmaceutical grade vitamin and mineral supplements that you require because you will die if you don't take them until recently. You're foolish. In fact, several communities globally, most of which are racialized, are either plant-based or largely so. According to the latest counts, Brazil and India have the largest vegetarian populations in the world. About a third of Indians and about 14% of Brazilians, or 29 million people, are vegetarian. All right, I'm going to call bullshit on that Brazil stat. Are you using another Gallup poll? There's no way that 14% of Brazilians are vegetarian. There's absolutely no way. Maybe 14% of Brazilians are on the brink of starvation due to the policy by the international corporations that are growing the soy, the corn, and the wheat, and all this GMO shit, to then send it over to China to process it into soybean oil. Maybe many people in Brazil are unable to afford good food. There's absolutely no way that 14% of Brazilians are vegetarian. She says, Taiwan, Jamaica, Mexico, and Vietnam also have sizable vegetarian or vegan populations. So they conflate the two. They're completely different, right? Vegetarians will eat eggs. Vegetarians will drink milk. Right? Shoot, I have some days where I end up eating vegetarian. Just eggs and milk and animal foods from our own land. So she says, and while that's not to discount the growing popularity of plant-based diets in predominantly white countries like Switzerland, New Zealand, Germany, and Australia, mainstream portrayals of veganism and vegetarianism are largely white. What do you mean, mainstream where? Mainstream where? In Toronto, Canada, where you live, where most people are white? Where that's the target audience that the advertisers are targeting with this diet that's going to sterilize them? A bowl of red. Earthenware bowl with a ring of plantains and beans inside. Ooh, look at that. The plantains almost look like chicken. There's one thing on the plate I'd eat, and that's the plantains. I'll skip them beans. Western-based accounts often omit or forget to nod at the origins of some of their favorite foods. Legumes, yams, rice, quinoa. If you if you're using an ingredient, all you bloggers out there, you food bloggers, and Jessica, while you're working on our website, and she puts up recipes regularly on our website. When you're using ingredients, remember you have to give credit to the race that lives where these foods originally were grown, right? So if you're going to use yams, you damn well better wear a dashiki. You better dress up like a Zulu warrior if you're making them yams. If you're making rice, you bet your ass you better be watching some anime while you're making it. You better be paying tribute to watching Akira while you make that shit. If you're having quinoa, you must also dress in the traditional Andean garb of the Saragudo people, who cultivate the quinoa historically and the chia seeds. If you are making tofu, then you should don the traditional garb of a pink pussy hat and a bought at Walmart Animal Lives Matter t-shirt. So you need your Animal Lives Matter t-shirt, your pink pussy hat, your hoop earrings, and your fixed gear bicycle if you're making tofu, right? So if you got to pay homage. You got to always pay homage Right? Quinoa, for example, is a high-protein, gluten-free grain originating in Latin America and continues to be a staple for indigenous communities in the Andean region. Hey, guess what? No, it isn't. Guess what? Guess what? Anya Zolitzowski. Guess what? Here in the Andes, they can't eat the quinoa. You know why? Because decadent Westerners up in Canada, California, and New York, these girls who have like vocal fry and who always do upspeak, these girls from Toronto who still talk like they're from California, because those little girls are eating all of it and they're willing to pay $20 a pound for raw quinoa, whereas the people that export it and grow it can't afford it, because that's what your globalization diet does, okay? With your vocal fry. Your vocal fry check. So yes, historically, quinoa came from South America, but South Americans don't eat that anymore. They can't afford it. They can't afford it. This is one of the stupidest articles I've ever read. I don't think we're going to continue much further with this. As you can see, there's not much substance here. So yeah, white vegans, stop appropriating food. Stop it. Stop that. Stop it right now. Veganism's going through a racial reckoning. And we have to reckon with the racial origins of everything we eat. So vegans, take note, especially white vegans, stupid white idiot vegans, take note. All right, let me come over here. We got some super chats. Omnivore Gains donated $1. Says, people think that because I eat meat, I'm a monster. All I want to do is be healthy. It's saving my own life, making me evil. This world is crazy, dude. I agree, man. You know, most people don't think that because you eat meat, you're a monster. If you happen to, for some reason, get wrapped up in the madness of the whole like vegan YouTube community, then sure, right? Social media vegans are going to say, you a monster. All them social media vegans were all raised by, guess what? Mamas who were given them milk, eggs, cheese, and meat. So you're not a monster. You're just a bigot. But you're not as much of a bigot as everyone else in the chat because you're sending super chats. So thank you very much. Sid Meister sent $4.99 through super chat. It says, turns out over 1 billion people around the world aren't starving. They're in fact fasting. That's right. They're plant-based. All right, those 1 billion people around the world, they're vegan. They're vegan, yo. So, dear white vegans, stop it. Just stop it, white vegans. Stop it. No. You stop that. All right, so Anya Zolidziowski, you have an amazing career ahead of you. You have such a bright life ahead of you. You have the stars in your eyes, the solutions in your heart, and your daddy's money in your bank account. And I'm proud of you, girl. I'm proud of you. And I love you. I love you, Anya Zolidziowski. Thank you for calling out these disgusting white people who refuse to wear traditional Andean garbs while they cook quinoa. TikTok star Tabitha Brown's soothing recipe videos are getting me through quarantine. So this is some more hard-hitting, really, really good really good journalism, veganism journalism from Anya over at Vice. Tabitha Brown has amassed 2 million followers in 5 weeks. Vice chatted with Brown about how she is changing veganism's white world while simultaneously easing our coronavirus nerves. Who the hell is Tabitha Brown? Do you know who that is? No. Okay. But this is just one of these. 5 weeks sounds like there's something else going on. Yeah, 2 million followers in 5 weeks is most definitely fake as fook. All right, thank you. Anya, we're all done with you. COVID-19 is proof of how socially determined health is, says Vice. There you go. Great. Hardcore journalism. UK City Council bans meat at its events in fight against The climate crisis. Oh, the climate crisis. The climate crisis. UK City Council. So here we go. Vice going to keep on that vegan propaganda train. Thank you so much, Vice. We appreciate that. Speaking of vegans, speaking of cultural renaissance, we have cultural renaissance man, DJ Vlad. Speaking of cultural appropriation, we have DJ Vlad, who doesn't look culturally or racially much like most of the people he interviews in the hip-hop world, but he has some interesting interviews, and he got this one with John Sally. John Sally explains why eating animals is like taking heroin. We're about to check this one out. Let me come over here and see if we got some super chats. Super chats. Where'd it go? Sid Meister donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Oh no, we already read that one. Sid Meister, thank you. Omnivore Gain sends another $1 via the Streamlabs. You guys remember, the Streamlabs is the best way to send them Super Chats. Streamlabs. Let's see. I'll put the Streamlabs link right now. My lovely assistant is not helping me with links today. She's weaving. She's spreading her toxic femininity over there. Freaking white woman. Why are you culturally appropriating weaving? What's up with that? From who? Yeah. BIPOCs. You know who those are? All right. Let me see here. We had a super chat I was going to read. Omnivore Gain sends $1. Me and my papaya both got COVID together. It was hell, but we both made it through. See, things aren't as bad as they seem. I'm really glad. I mean, we've been socially distancing all the papayas here. Remember, the papaya and a goat did test positive for this terrible, totally real illness that's just going to destroy everything if we don't do everything that the good grown-ups on the TV tell us to do. Papayas, they can be infected, as we know. Tanzania, the Tanzanian president tested a papaya, some motor oil, and a goat. And the goat and the papaya were positive. So we've been incinerating all papayas on site. We make all goats wear masks. And we're masking up the goats, so we're good. We're good, and I appreciate that. Appreciate you updating me on your situation. I'm glad you and the papaya made it through. Just make sure to get tested. Test all your papayas. Test all your fruits. Here we go. Thank you for the super chats, guys. Remember, you guys, these all get demonetized. These don't even get shared. If you do want to get notified, there's a link in the description box, of this video. There's a link where you can sign up to get a notification email before we do these streams. We also notify the members of our private forum, and we do weekly coaching calls in there as well. If you want to get in on those weekly coaching calls with Jessica and myself and be a part of a good community of like-minded people looking to build up the health of themselves, their bodies, their families, and their communities, come over to primaledgehealth.com/membership. There's a link in the description down below. There we go. All right. So, and also remember, if you're in the chat, right? Just because these all get demonetized doesn't mean I can't still get kicked off of YouTube, right? So we're not trying to get kicked off of YouTube. You dummies in the chat trying to play edgelord crusaders all day, right? Don't try and get us kicked off YouTube with the stupid shit you say in the chat, all right? All right. Randy R, there you go. What's up, Randy? Randy's a member. Randy's a member. We also had a super chat earlier from Laura, who is a member. You guys become a member, primaledgehealth.com. But let's move on. So speaking of cultural appropriation and cultural destruction and how veganism is being used to target not just decadent, depraved Westerners, but also the lower class and the very people that Vice magazine is pretending to stand up for. Right? These people are intentionally targeting blacks and minorities with this marketing about vegan diets really, really hard. And if you check out If you check, what was it? We had Beyonce and Jay-Z talking about if you go vegan, you can get free tickets to the Beyonce concert, right? You got like Will Smith's kid was claiming to be vegan for a while. All these rappers, RZA, yo, Ruler, Zigzag, Zigalaw, the RZA, yo, Wu-Tang for the children, yo, we gotta flatten the curve on all the bitches in the hood, yo. We gotta flatten the curve on all our bitches and put them on a vegan diet, bon bon. Ruler, Zigzag, Zigalaw, the RZA. The RZA is straight up advertising Impossible Burgers. Same with Jizza and Ghostface, both repping the Impossible Burger. If you go to Impossible, here, we'll go to Impossible's. Let's just go to Impossible's YouTube channel. Impossible. There we go. Impossible Foods. Wu-Tang in space. Impossible Foods had Wu-Tang in space. Episode 3, Wu-Tang in space, eating impossible sliders. Episode 4, Wu-Tang in space, eating impossible sliders. This was a year ago. We watched some of these back in the day. I don't think the Wu have hoed themselves out much more in the last year, but Wu-Tang eating them impossible sliders. We watched this video a long time ago. We're not going to watch it again. But now we got John Sally. I don't even know who John Sally is. Is he a rapper? Former rapper? We'll see what happens. I haven't watched this clip yet. Someone sent me this. Somebody sent me this via email. If you guys got any interesting clips, you can always send those via Super Chat, via Streamlabs. You got stuff you want to hit on, you got questions, send them via Super Chat or via Streamlabs.
So I might have, this might be my last time in this spot. I might have to switch spots.
Switch spots?
Yeah.
You gonna do something different?
Everybody wants to interview you, so I might have to put you in this position. Put
All
you
right,
in that spot.
I got you.
Okay.
Whenever you want. Whenever you want. Well, first of all,
everyone wants to ask GJ Vlad if he's a Fed. That's why everyone wants to interview him. Everyone thinks he's a Fed.
Oh, you have a new vegan restaurant?
Yes, Cafe Organic, San Bernardino. Check out the address, 420.
Oh, dude. Oh, 420. 420. What?
East Hospitality Lane. We had to say yes to that just for the address.
Just for the address.
But we don't sell any cannabis there. We sell just unbelievable coffee with clean water, good coffee.
Clean water. So they don't use poo-poo water, pee-pee water. They use clean water, guys. Good coffee with clean water. Organic water. And it's 420, man. Weed, dude. Look at his Weed Man shirt. Weed be better off. Get it? Like weed. You know, like pot. Like it's cool to smoke weed. Right? Get it?
Great. I got my spirulina for life in there. So literally, I'm pushing the health. And then the food is bananas.
The food is just bananas. Like it's literally, this is legitimately only bananas. I'm sorry. That's all we have. The food is just bananas.
Shiloh and my partner Terrence, chefs. And so and I made an art gallery. And when you walk in, it's hip hop. Vlad, one time these two people, and I just leave their ethnicity out of it, said, you know, the music's kind of loud. And you really can't get my order. I said, I heard you. And I was like, all right, thanks. She goes, well, we own a restaurant. We thought we'd help you out. I said, all right, thank you. As soon as they laughed, I went one more decibel up. I was like, this is definitely not built. This is built for the hip hop culture. And I put as much hip hop and veganism together.
So much. This restaurant, right? It's so hip hop. Check it out. Really good water with coffee. And the food is just bananas. It's just bananas. Like, that's so hip hop. And check it out. It's at 420. The address is 420, dudes. Amazing, right? Groundbreaking. Like patriarchy, BTFO.
And good vibes. It's really cool.
Nice.
Also good vibes,
nice. Because I've actually been on a health kick recently.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
You look almost like John Sally. Like you look very John Sally-ish. That's a new thing.
I'm 12 pounds lighter than when you saw me last time.
12.
12
I'm
pounds.
telling you, you can see it in your shoulders. Like before, you were looking like you were becoming Santa Claus. Now,
Right, little husky.
You slimmed it down. You slimmed
Yeah.
it down. Beach time.
Yeah, I started paying attention to my calories. You know, I started using an app called MyFitnessPal.
Right.
And started just writing down everything. And what I started doing was,
We don't care. Please talk about why eating animals is like taking heroin.
With.
Oh, so the Beyond is healthier than the Impossible.
All right, here we go.
So I might have to. We might have.
With my help.
So how are we gonna get you to stop eating dead stuff?
Well,
you are Nordic, so
well,
I might have to. We might have to move that away.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, once you get, because a lot of vegetarian stuff is very high in carbs.
Right.
Also very high in sodium sometimes. When you look at like the Beyond Burgers and so forth, they pack a lot of stuff in there that's not all that healthy.
Well, Impossible is not healthy. Beyond.
All right. So John Sally, people in the chat have informed me he's a former basketball player. Was he an NBA player? Never heard of him. Maybe he was before. I don't know. I was never a huge basketball fan. John Sally says that the Beyond Burger, pro tip, the Beyond Burger is healthier than the Impossible Burger. The Beyond Burger, which if you look at the ingredients, it's essentially just dog food. If you look at vegan, plant-based dog food next to the Beyond Burger on the ingredients list, it's basically the same. It's the same.
Is one thing. Beyond Burgers, who I'm with.
Oh, so the Beyond is healthier than the Impossible?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because that's who I sell.
I figured it was kind of the same thing.
No, as a matter of fact, there's like 4 other burgers coming out. This is
and they all suck. They all suck just as bad. Every single one of them is still not as good as a normal burger. And every single one of them is still more expensive than a normal burger. But guess what? Guess what these people are working on? They're going to make normal meat less expensive than the fake meat. The fake meat is way more profitable. They're making huge markups right now off of this stuff. They want to make it cheaper than real meat. You know why? Because they don't want you eating real meat. They want you eating their lab-grown cockroach milk. They want you eating their GMO fake hemoglobin coming from genetically modified soybeans infused Impossible Burgers instead of real foods that you can grow yourself. They want the whole world dependent on imports. The whole world dependent on low nutrition food that's based on cellulose. They want you eating a cellulose-based diet, an indigestible diet. They want to turn you into lab rats.
Yeah. A lot of people who are making this foods, they look at it this way. As long as an animal is not dying. Right? Yeah. Me being an animal activist, I agree.
So this is what happens when you... All right, so he calls himself an animal activist now. John Sally, animal activist. What do you mean you're an animal activist? You mean you own a vegan restaurant? What is this animal activist? Right? You kicking down doors? You kicking down doors and arresting murderous farmers? What do you mean you're an animal activist?
But I also I look at veganism as I look at eating animals like taking heroin. And then I look at becoming a vegetarian like going on morphine. I really do. I look at it because you're addicted to dead stuff. And
by morphine, he means... What does he mean morphine, or does he mean methadone? He probably means methadone.
As it moves down into the veganism, then I'm taking you raw vegan. I'm a raw vegan, so I eat more raw food than I do anything else.
All right, so this guy, he's a newbie. He's probably been doing this for a few months. He thinks he's a raw vegan, right? Thinks he's a raw vegan, total newbie. It's sad that the black community is getting hit real hard with this raw vegan starvation stuff. And you could see these bullshit artists, you could see these cult leaders like Nature Boy using it. You see this in the so-called black conscious community, raw veganism getting pushed. It's bad to eat the animals, you eat the dead flesh, and you're degrading your melanated cells, right? You got to give it the living food, live food. You can't cook the food because when you cook it, it kills it. It kills you. You have to eat living food, right? So this is huge in the black community. I don't know if people realize how much there's a huge subset of the vegan community that doesn't interact with all these vegan dorks and little maggots like Vegan Gains, Ask Yourself, Klaus from Plant-Based News, and all these other freaking effeminate dorks, right? They don't interact with those people. They interact with a lot of other blacks, right? The people that that they relate to. Not these corny ass, weird ass, fake white vegans on YouTube. There's this whole other section of like the black conscious community, and they're real tapped in with the idea of vegan, plant-based. A lot of them end up realizing that this wrecks your health. But then there's all these little offshoot cults that spring up within these smaller communities, right? And within like the whole the black conscious community, you have a lot of these very what would you even call them? Just like these demonic cult leaders, right? Like Nature Boy. And they use raw veganism in these little cult movements. They use this raw vegan diet, this idea of living food, raw foods to open up your chakras, right? Your energy's got to flow better through your body. And dead foods and animal foods are bad. Those block the flow of your chakras, of your energy. And this is the black communities get targeted with this stuff. And they get thrashed by it. People's health gets destroyed by it. People's mental health gets destroyed by it. So it seems like John Sally, unfortunately, has been duped into this. He's not an asymptomatic vegan, right? Like, he's not asymptomatic. You can see, like, if this dude used to be a basketball player, he doesn't look very old. Maybe he's aging very gracefully. He's less than 60. We'll say that, right? He's less than 60 years old. He's less than 60. He looks all right. He's not asymptomatic. His arm's getting a little skinny. The arm's getting a little skinny there. He used to be an NBA player. I don't know. Maybe he used to be a lot bigger. I don't know his trajectory. I don't know his history. Don't know much about Sally. He seems all right. He seems like he's been duped. Like many in the black community, right? But he's an animal activist. He is activist.
Into the veganism, then I'm taking you raw vegan. I'm a raw vegan, so I eat more raw food than I do anything else. And I eat the vegetable. So for olive oil, I eat the olive. So when they're like, man, this needs olive oil, or you can just cut up some olives and put that on top of what you think needs olive oil. And I don't cook with olive oil. I barely cook with grapeseed oil is the most I would cook with. I don't cook for a long period of time, so a lot of things are blanched, and I eat a ton of fruit.
Nice.
All right, so how long you guys give it? I say within a year, this dude's not vegan at all anymore. Maybe vegetarian in a year. Maybe vegetarian in a year. But this guy's been duped, man. He's LA delusional. He's LA delusional. That's all you can really say about it.
Nice. Hey, man, look. Different things work for different people.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, with COVID doing what it's doing, and there really seems to be a very clear tie-in between obesity and dying from COVID. I know one person personally who died from coronavirus. Fred the Godson.
Fred the Godson, yeah.
Who was very obese.
Yeah.
He was, huge belly, diabetes, from what I understand, asthma, and so forth. A lot of which I'm sure is related to his weight, and so forth. And yeah, he passed away. So it was like, okay, let me start getting thin.
Let me get my belly down.
Yeah, let me get my belly down. Yeah.
I got this doctor, Dr. Eric Walsh. Y'all are here. He's like great.
Thank you so much for not saying Dr. Sebi. Who here thought he was going to say Sebi? I'm so glad you didn't say Sebi.
On a Zoom with him, and I said it was him and Dr.
Don't say it.
Travis Trimmel, who was like this dentist phenom, and then I was with Dr.
Gregor.
Columbus Baptiste, who is like in charge. He was on the movie Game Changers.
Look, he's crying. Why is he crying? His eyes are super wide. Maybe he's just stoned.
Like in charge. He was on the movie Game.
Some allergies or something. I don't think he's crying. I think it's just like an emotional thing. He's so stoked about talking about his favorite vegan doctors. His eyes are leaking though.
Game Changers. He and Eric Walsh, I think it was both. And I asked him about COVID. I straight up. My cousin died. 2 of my cousins died from it. Really? Yeah, my cousin, she was, after my mother died in January, she became the matriarch of the family. She died, believe it or not, 4/20. And then my cousin Peter died, Peter Mann died. And I asked him, I said, is this real? He said, it's real. The crazy thing is, for the past 20 years is when we've been getting these viruses. He said SARS, MERS, the swine flu, what they wanted to rename the swine flu. Yeah. And he said, we don't have anything for it. And I was like, he said, and this one literally seems to go in and find where to attack. So if you're diabetic, if you got hypertension, it's going to exacerbate that situation.
Okay, so the two people who died, did they have underlying health conditions?
Yeah, that was the deal.
Were they obese?
Yeah, I would say not obscenely, but they were way over the weight they should have been. But they were also old. My cousin was 74 years old.
I guess he's done talking about eating animals. So eating animals is like heroin. Going vegetarian is like methadone, but going vegan is like enlightenment, I guess. I don't know. It's the next level, right? Going vegan, that's the way. You know, look, unfortunately, a lot of people are getting wrecked by this. This dude seems like he just got into it. Wishing him well. Hopefully he pops out of his delusional LA bubble. All right, we got John Sally getting his culture appropriated by veganism. We got some Streamlabs up though. What's up, guys? We got them Streamlabs popping through. Thanks for the Streamlabs support, y'all. The Real Cooter Brown donated $5. Says, Google Lizzo vegan TikTok when you get a chance. Women's Health Mag is an article with the videos of stomach-turning slop she's been eating. Lizzo vegan TikTok. There we go. That'll be on the line for the next live stream. Copy that. Thank you for the recommendation, Real Cooter Brown. Thank you for that recommendation. We're going to be sure to hit on that on the next live stream, which will probably be Monday or Tuesday. Tomorrow we're talking to John Venus. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come join us. Talking to John Venus. He just went and hunted for the first time. From vegan icon, from iconic vegan activist to hunting. So that's going to be fun. Thank you, Omnivore Gains. I'm sorry, the Real Cooter Brown. Thank you very much. Omnivore Gains, thanks for the $1 super chat. Says, I always get my vitamin TV, and I do what the good people in the media say. They definitely don't want to depopulate us and definitely have our best interest in mind. Omnivore Gains, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Sends another super chat. Says, NPC77456 told me that veganism is actually healthy, and all the benefits I'm getting from meat are actually all in my head. And I got to admit, this guy has a point. Her looks really good. He's literally skin and bones. In the world of veganism, it's high. Okay. Maybe, I don't know if I read that wrong. I don't know if I butchered that one, but thank you, man. Appreciate that. Man or woman or trans vegan.
Stolen my dreams and my childhood.
Vegan phobic chat contributing to the Stolen Dreams and Childhood Fund here at Primal Edge Health. Remember, for every $100 in super chat that we receive today, one of Greta's dreams and 10% of her childhood will be stolen and put right into my back pocket. Vegan phobic chat says 999 says veganism is sold to blacks as spiritual Afrocentrism and connecting to ancestral roots like Rastafarians, but my Rastafarian uncles there eat fish but still say they're vegetarian. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? They sell it to you like this is going to get you back to your roots. Spiritual Afrocentrism. That is what they sell it as. And if you look at some of the like the black conscious community, dudes like Nature Boy and the rhetoric that he was using, which he ended up leaving the vegan diet, and he realized he couldn't function. It worked great for flattening the curve on the brain waves of his harem, so that he could continue to extract their energy. But yeah, no, it's insane. Spiritual Afrocentrism, right? They tell him that this is so spiritual, You're going to be connecting to your ancestors. You're going to be connecting to your roots. Connecting to your roots. You're going to connect to your roots. Thomas Book is crying in the chat. When did Tristan become so opinionated and unwilling to accept different viewpoints? Seems like he's cashing in on his followers' fanaticism. Hey, Thomas Book, why don't you I'll send you a link, and you can come on and you can talk to me directly, and you can tell me exactly what your problem is. Right? It's got to be an ironic comment. You must be joking. Why did he become so opinionated? Oh, he has opinions? He states his opinions? Oh, why is Tristan not just sitting in a puddle of his own piss, trembling and expressing himself in slogans that he read on television? I'm literally shaking. Thomas Book's gonna unsub now. Thanks, Thomas Book. Unsub, you freaking little maggot. Get out of here. You're done. And you know what? I'll do it for you. You're hidden, douche. You're out of here. So you guys are gonna come into my chat and just complain. That's fine, because people need to fill up the dunce hats. People need to fill up the dunce hats. And you guys can just be in timeout too. You want to cry, you can be in timeout. If you don't like the content, don't watch it. We're here to speak the truth. This is my perspective. You fucking fools. If you have a problem, fuck off. Right? Fuck off if you have a problem. You are the problem if you have a problem with me speaking my mind. You are the problem. Fucking dork. Someone says he's been bitching all night. Let's go find his other. I'm saying in general. My shit locked down. Let's see what else this guy was whining about. So what's better, supporting factory farms in America or eating vegan? Serious question. How do people access local animal proteins harvested in a sustainable manner? How do you access local vegan protein harvested in a sustainable manner? Thomas Book, you freaking idiot. You freaking idiot. How are you going to get locally produced vegan proteins, fats, and fat sources? How are you going to get that? You hypocrite fool. Get out of here. I wish Tristan would stop trying to help people get healthy from their shitty diets and ideologies that are destroying themselves. I wish Tristan would stop pointing out the hypocrisy so I can just sit at home and coom all day and play video games and get my cummies. All right. See, we have a little fun here. We gotta castigate somebody in the chat every once in a while. How often do you drink colostrum? I wish I could drink colostrum every day, but only when we have it. But I did have colostrum today. I pulled one out of the freezer. I got some gas yesterday because I had some wheat. We had some. I go to town. Anytime I go to town, here's what I get told. My son tells me, if you don't bring me back a cinnamon roll. We got a friend of ours has a French bakery. If you don't bring me back a cinnamon roll, you are going to go to jail because it's illegal not to go to town and bring me a cinnamon roll. He always tells me that. So, yeah, shout out to Ryder for making me burp all day today because I had to eat a couple of those cinnamon rolls because they're really good. They're really good. Every once in a while, a little off-plan eating is good. All right, here we go. Omnivore Gains. Here's that Gregor impression I did that I tried to get played on Jay Dyer's stream, but you couldn't find it. Okay, let's do it. Omnivore Gains. Even though it was just $1 super chat, you've been sending a bunch of them, and I appreciate your support, dude. I see you up in the chat today. Leading this stream on. Here we go.
Dr. Greg, coming to you live from my bicycle. And we're in the middle of this COVID crisis. And, well, you know, if you're on a vegan diet, I don't think you're going to have to worry.
Oh, there you go. You got the obligatory slur. I was like, you don't really know what I'm saying in this sentence because I'm not really enunciating halfway through.
So, you know, I mean, a chickpea is about as nutrient dense as a grass food. And if you got your daily dozen bowel movements, well, you're going to be pretty good. And, you know, well, we're going to be living in a technocratic hellhole, ruled by people that you never voted for, and you'll be a zombie, and you'll turn into me, one of the most healthiest people, and doctors.
Coming at you live from my treadmill in the depths of hell, Dr. Michael Greger. I'm not drunk, I just slur my speech because I don't even pay attention to what I say, as I unnecessarily pause because I forget periodically what the fuck I'm actually talking about. So thank you, Omnivore Gains. That was a good Greger. It's a solid Greger. Coming at you live from instead of the treadmill, the bike. I like that. Out and about. Spreading the Greger vibes. Appreciate the super chat. I like the name, Omnivore Gains. Quality. All right, we got. Thank you guys for the support, by the way. Thanks for everybody in the chat. And thank you guys for the support of the streams we do here. All right, let's move on. We got the vegan rap game. This is something that we got to check up on, right? So speaking of cultural appropriation, we've got some of. I mean, I've been called the greatest rapper of my generation. Like, I mean, I get called that all the time, right?
Not by me.
Jessica, yes, by you. Jessica's pretending like she doesn't call me the greatest rapper of our generation, but she does all the time. I've been called. You know what my rap name is? Do you know what it is? She doesn't even know my rap name.
I asked, yeah, it's Little AIDS.
Little AIDS. That's right.
You forget?
Oh, well, I wasn't sure. Seemed like maybe you forgot what my rap name is. All right, so I mean, I'm an award-winning rapper. Like, I've given myself honorary awards. I am a praiseworthy rapper, and there are some up and coming rappers out there. Some new homies up in the hood. All the little homies out there trying to come up in the rap game. We got some vegan rappers that are really making it happen. So let's check some of these vegan rappers out. We're gonna do a vegan rap review session. First, we'll come over here to the chat and just see what you guys are doing. What's up, okay? Okay, says Lil AIDS is greater than all vegan rappers. Well, and all normal rappers too. Lil AIDS needs to record a vegan rap album. That's right, Lil AIDS. Lil AIDS is a trans vegan, by the way. Christ Fulfilling Prophecy says, I had a Lil AIDS once. I could probably put that into a rap. Lil AIDS, super chat, get paid. When my wife's boyfriend tells me I'm allowed to get laid. You guys like that? Was amazing, right? Here we go. We got Old Town Road vegan remix by Galaisi. Gaia's Eye. Gaia is I. That's his name. We're gonna learn more about this guy. I'm gonna subscribe definitely to Gaiaisi. Gaia's Eye. Gaia is I. This dude obviously knows what's up. Let's see what's up with this.
I got no horse under my ass, I just do this dance. Vegan fucking remix, yeah, this in my jam. I don't wanna hurt nobody, don't wanna hurt nobody. But if you harm an animal's paw, I will break your jaw. The only thing that stops me is the fucking law. Fuck your ass up.
Damn, this is hard hitting vegan rock. Listen to this verse.
If you harm an animal's paw, I will break your jaw. The only thing that stops me is the fucking law.
Oh, did you see that?
Your ass up. Yeah, I will fuck your ass up.
This is some really good, wholesome lyrics. I'm gonna show this to my children tomorrow.
Gotta sing this song, rep that vegan strong. Show them how to keep it tight just like that dong. Can't nobody tell me nothing Nobody tell me nothing. No, I just keep on doing my dance. Make them speakers bang. Beat to the G-A-N-G, yeah, this is my game. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Nobody tell me nothing.
Yeah. Alright. Gaia I see. Gaia's I. Gaia is I. Damn, Mama Earth is stoked on that. How President Biden will save the lives of billions of animals, including humans. The evidence. All right, we're gonna revisit this young man for sure. We'll for sure be revisiting him. You guys definitely go and sub. We've got there was another one. I had another video pulled up from him. Here he is. Going to McDonald's. Let's see what he's doing here. Vegans versus McDonald's. Rest in power. Reagan Russell. Oh, so we've got a eulogy here. Let's see what this is all about. Eulogizing the great Reagan Russell. Reagan Russell, remember, this is the woman who unfortunately was there was that crazy accident where she stepped in front of a moving truck, and was unfortunately killed. And the vegans were trying to make her into a martyr. So this guy probably never even met her. But let's see what he's got to say about this. Look at that, masking it so he doesn't have to casket. Mask it or casket, brother. Look at that mask. I feel safe. Look, but he's not wearing. Why isn't he wearing a mask when he's hanging out with a pig? You might infect that pig with your disgusting human breath, right? Your asymptomatic carrier breath. You're gonna spit it all over the pig. There's only a 99.08 survival rate.
Attention McDonald's shoppers, I don't want to disturb you, but right on down the street, there's a slaughterhouse that serves you. All these damn bodies that they chop up in the back. But I bet you be aghast by a hair inside your Big Mac. While innocent pigs trapped in that truck in trouble. No different from my dog, all they want is love and cuddles. So no, I won't be muzzled, call the cops, I can't be subtle.
No, I won't be muzzled. Dude, you started out the video muzzled. You start out the video with your stupid ass mask. You're wearing the mask. You won't be muzzled, you muzzled yourself. All right, so this guy walks into McDonald's. If you guys are listening later on, he's got footage of him. He walks into the McDonald's, stands in front of the tellers. What do you even call it when you walk in? You stand in front of the spot where you make your dang order. And he starts rapping. Let's see.
Just a few days. Hey, yo, they got plant-based, murder-free burgers just across the street. Google that shit. Live long and prosper with that vegan fuel inside you. Peace.
Vegan fuel inside you. This guy's probably from Toronto and normally talks like vegan gains. Or when this guy's hanging out. Hey everyone, just want to say, veganism is the only diet that will make you healthy. But when he's rapping, he talks like this. There's a slaughterhouse across the street. Got my fake New York accent when they drop the beat.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
The hell was that all about? Let me explain. So just a few days ago, an animal...
I told you, that's how he talks normally. He has a fake accent. What's with these dudes with a fake accent when they rap? All right, there's some rappers who have a good rap voice, but these white dudes with like the fake what they think sounds like a hood accent, I don't know. I'm gonna have to pass on that. I'll have to pass on that. Let's check out his flow one more time. Let's rate his flow. Yo, rate his flow. 1 to 69, homie. Shout out to Foo's Gone Wild on Instagram. Love that page.
All the house that serves you, all these damn bodies that they chop up in the back. But I bet you be aghast by a hair inside your Big Mac. While innocent pigs trapped in that truck in trouble. No different from my dog, all they want is love and cuddles. So no, I won't be muzzled.
No different from my dog, all they want is love and cuddles.
Call the cops, I can't be subtle. Rest in peace to Reagan Russell, we gon' carry on your struggle, vegan power.
This is a place where they abuse animals. I'm tired of...
This Botox vegan?
People using
Is plastic surgery vegan? Dude, this chick's had a lot of work done. Oh, that's Regan, who passed away. But seriously though, for these vegan activists, like not just Regan, but for these vegan activists, is it okay? Is Botox vegan? Is plastic surgery vegan? Is that cool? I guess the vegans, they can justify anything with their moral calculus, right? With their atheist moral calculus, it's like, well, if I spend $3,000 on cosmetic surgery, and that'll get people to go vegan because they'll like my face and they'll think I'm handsome. If I can spend $4,000 on getting my eyelids and all my wrinkles taken out, so instead of looking 38, I look like 35, but made out of plastic, then perhaps people will listen to me and they'll go vegan for the animals. They do this moral calculus stuff. But yeah, I don't think Botox is vegan.
for entertainment. They're not here for our entertainment. They have their own interests. People say we're breaking the law by storming. How do you think women got the right? How do you think slavery was abolished? People stood up and broke the laws because they're stupid laws. This is my dad.
Hey, yo, they got plant-based, murder-free burgers just across the street. Google that shit.
Yo, they got plant-based, murder-free burgers right across the street. Google that shit. And then like 2 minutes later, I just really think it's great that people will go vegan for the animals. And I think it's a real good idea that people can go vegan for the animals.
Live long and prosper with that vegan fuel inside you.
Vegan fuel inside you. When I do my vegan outreach, I do 30% street preacher from a Black Baptist church. I do 30% street preacher mixed with 50% Toronto-based soy boy and 20% straight out of Chicago G, even though I'm from Toronto.
Peace.
Peace. Yo, peace.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dog.
By the fact that pigs are capable of understanding written visual symbols and even
Pigs do the best artwork. Pigs are, look, if we put a paintbrush, if we put paint on a pig's nose, he'll rub it on a canvas and make beautiful pig art. I guess, you know what, this pig is as good of an artist as Marina Abramovich, at least. We're back. Sorry, guys. Looks like YouTube cut out there for a second, but we good. We good. It ain't shutting down. No one's shutting anything down. You guys make sure to support. If you're buffering, you can refresh. Support via Streamlabs. Become a member, primaledgehealth.com. Yo, become a member, primaledgehealth.com, y'all. When I do my promos, I do a fake accent to seem like I'm hood or something, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a vegan cultural appropriator. Okay. All right, so we got Matt Clinton here. Come over here to chat real quick, though, first. Make sure you guys are being good. You guys being good? Being good in there? How you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Seriously, you guys okay in there? You guys okay in the chat? Give me a thumbs up if you're okay. Hit that thumbs up if you're okay. All right. Let's pull this over here. Tristan Kent. I see the name Tristan, which is my name. I think you're trying to cultural appropriate me. You're trying to appropriate my name in the chat there, Tristan Kent. What's up with that? What's up with that? Vegan rap. The best, most professional vegan rap you will ever hear. All right, so it starts out. We've got a warning in the beginning, guys. So, in classic vegan white dude status, we've got a warning here in the beginning. Trigger warning: erectile dysfunction (ED) is actually very common among men, regardless of diet. While ED is an early warning sign of heart disease due to the blockage of arteries, it can also occur in younger males due to performance anxiety and general nerves. Many men experience this at some point in their lives, and it is not uncommon. So that's great. I mean, self-soothing is important. Good job, Matt.
Alright, man, this one goes out to all the guys out there who say they need to eat meat to be manly. What the heck are you talking about, dude? You say you're a lion, but we both know you're lying, just like a Hawaiian who's really Paraguayan. You say you're a real man, so you eat like a caveman, but I think your logic, bro, needs a brain scan. There are
Wait. Wait a minute. Okay. What do you call this thing that he's wearing?
Is it a jumpsuit?
It's like a blouse jacket. What do you call that thing?
I don't know that it has a special
caveman, but I think
Look at the
your
cut.
logic, bro, needs a brain scan. There are a few flaws, so let's start with the first. This is the one that your girl's gonna think is the worst. A man has erection in his private section, but upon inspection in the right direction, we'll see that your diet, it is an imperfection. It offers no protection against a lack of erection. Yo, that means you can't get it up. It means your love life will suck. It means you'll likely break up. But don't worry, bro, you have got your mo, and your guns show you look like G.I. Joe. What more do you need? So what if animals bleed? If they are made to force feed, so long as you succeed, I think they call that greed, especially when you can just eat flaxseed or seaweed. This is not a
Yeah.
You don't need to kill if you want to succeed. Look at Kendrick Farris for examples of that. He's out here breaking records without animal fat. Frank Madrano's moving like an acrobat. This kind of strength is something you should work at. I mean, the kind of strength you don't have to kill for. You know what I mean. If you'd seen a kill floor, you think you need to go pay for this gore just to get some gains? But what do you stand for? I thought being strong meant protecting the weak, not paying some poor worker to go cut off a beak, or abuse an animal until they let out a shriek. Paying for this torture makes you look like a freak, man. You think killing animals makes you strong, but in reality, you just want to belong. I can't go vegan. What would my bros think? That's like wearing pink, or if our hands interlink.
Toxic masculinity. There you, dude. All right. I gotta say, this is the sickest vegan flow we've heard so far, right? I mean, talking about erectile dysfunction. If you don't go vegan, you ain't gonna get an erection. But if you go vegan, you're going in the right direction. You find the good foods in the vegetable section. Your wife gonna be happy when you eat kale and get a fat erection. What a dork. All right, is he in Toronto too? This guy's definitely in Canada.
Man, you guys call vegans pussies for not wanting to kill
Oh no,
animals.
he's in Australia. Sorry, there he goes, Australia.
But at least we can stand up for what we believe in. I mean, dude, you literally pay people to throw baby chickens into a blender so you can have big biceps.
No, that's not how it works. Me personally, we don't pay anybody to throw baby chickens into blenders. We actually get our own eggs that we harvest from our own chickens that we do our best to protect from predators. we get our own eggs. And then we fry them up in butter.
And the funniest bit isn't even that you could achieve the exact same thing on a vegan diet. Nah, man. The funniest bit is that the foods you eat are shown to have cholesterol and saturated fat, which is what blocks your arteries and makes your pee-pee stop working.
Your pee-pee stops working. Saturated fat, which your body creates and stores. Your body stores saturated fat. It's the most abundant stored nutrient in the body, but no, that makes your pee-pee soft. That makes your pee-pee soft, man. So this guy's in Australia, August 13th. So this is about, that's a week ago. So this is before Australia, I think, went full ham, went super crazy and started talking about, we're going to make these happy, healthy medicine injections to save you. We're going to make them as mandatory as possible. And then they locked down, what was it, all of Victoria? The Victoria province? It's a province, right? They locked down the whole province. And so instead of fighting against being treated like a freaking lab rat in Australia, this guy's out there making vegan raps about how if you eat kale, your pee-pee's going to work better. And if you eat meat, your pee-pee's not going to be working. Dude, Matt Clinton, 47 views on this. He needs more than 47 views, but come on. I think men's pee-pee's not working because they're eating meat. I don't think you know your audience, dude. Do you think people that are actually watching this and inspired by this, by your rap video here, do you think these people are actually in a position to where they would be needing their PP to work? Like, I'm just kind of throwing that. I don't really think many people are being inspired by this are in a position where they're going to be harmed by erectile dysfunction. And their erectile dysfunction probably not caused by meat and animal foods, which do not cause erectile dysfunction, which are crucial for fertility. Meat and animal foods, animal fats being the most important cultural foods among indigenous people for improving fertility. Yeah. The complete opposite of what you're saying. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty sure that that your audience is not having is not too worried about that. You don't need to worry about erectile dysfunction when you're a vegan activist. Right? You're not trying to have babies anyways. I thought most of these people think their pee-pee is just for play anyways. There's no function to it. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Matt Clinton. So I don't know. I'm a fan so far. Let's see. Does he have another verse?
And makes your pee-pee stop working. Your obsession with appearing masculine is likely to stop you from doing the one thing a man is meant to be able to do. How funny is that? Alright, man, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat some broccoli. Don't worry, I won't film it because you're probably afraid you'll miraculously grow breasts at the side of a vegetable.
So this guy's appealing to this he's projecting this lack of manhood onto people who eat meat, right? People who eat meat, you're just eating meat because your penis is small, right? You have a small penis. You have small hands. You have small pee-pee. Your pee-pee don't work, so you eat meat. But if you stop eating meat, I'll show your pee-pee work. This is like the lowest common denominator advertising here. I know this dude thinks he's real clever. I mean, he probably is a little bit. He's probably slightly more intelligent than like a vegan gains type. This guy needs more views though. Come on. I see 178 views on one video. That vegan rap only getting 49 views. That's criminal. This guy needs more. All right, Matt Clinton. Shout out to Matt Clinton. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think Matt's raps? How do you think Matt's raps compared to Aya, or whatever that guy's name was? Matt Clinton. You know what? I've got to leave. I'll keep these up, so maybe I'll do show notes. Make sure to save some of these links for show notes, I guess. We probably won't make show notes anyways, but we'll see. Okay, next rap. Next subject. We got some super chats first, though. Let's come over here to the super chats. We'll read the super chats that are coming through on YouTube as well as on Streamlabs. Streamlabs is the best way to send them super chats, guys. There you go. Okay knows what's up. Thank you, okay. Keep it clean in the chat. Don't try to get me kicked off YouTube. Be nice in the chat. Be nice in there, guys. Let's see. Come up here. All right, we got Omnivore Games. What's up, dude? Says you guys better super chat, but if you don't, I will find you. And I have skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. I will hunt you down. I will find you. Or you could just support Tristan and I'll let it go. Bane voice. It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. You merely adapted to veganism. I was born of it, Batman. Says Omnivore Gains. Omnivore Gains. Thank you, dude. Omnivore Gains. Omnivore Gains. Andrew Herbst sends a $5. Says, pour out your 40 ounce for the animals. That's a good idea. Gotta pour out the 40s for the animals. Y'all doing that? The Meat Church sends $2. Says, can we get a hench imitation for the animals? Oh man, hench. Hench is such that guy. All right. Oh, you gotta bring that guy. That guy's such a dork. Hench Herbivore. Shout out to Hench Herbivore, who I have been banned from his Instagram because I tagged him in a call out, and I said, "Why don't you come on and debate, dude?" I got banned from his Instagram after he insulted me to somebody. People sent me the screenshots of what he was doing. What a Hench Herbivore. You're a freaking coward. You are a freaking coward. Let's find Hench. We got to hear Hench's voice first to do a proper Hench Herbivore Henge herbivore, the human hernia. Here he is. He is a walking hernia. This man is the spiritual essence of a hernia embodied in physical form. That's my first psilocybin mushroom trip report. Are you freaking kidding me? We'll do that another time. So, Henge herbivore, promoting psilocybin mushrooms, repping psilocybin mushrooms.
And while I'm thinking of these people, I just felt love towards them. I could feel the emotion of love just pouring out of me.
I could feel like the emotion of love just pouring out of me. And I could like feel the animals were like thanking me. And I was like, I was wrapped up in this like cocoon. And then I realized when I was tripping that I was inside of a Beyond Burger wrapper. And me and you and my wife and Tim Sheaf, we were all, and all the animals, we were all just little nodes of like a Beyond Burger. Like this cosmic Beyond Burger.
And into these people. And then I had the thought, wait a minute, I'm also doing good in the world. And I don't know.
Oh, then I thought, like, I'm also doing good in the world. Like, I am a god. I am a god, mate. I was like, dude, I'm God and you're God. You're all God.
I always find it easy, but I'm stepping up. And immediately that love...
That's a really bad Henge herbivore impression. I'm sorry, I haven't heard his voice in a long time. You get shout out to You Did It Wrong. There was a You Did It Wrong video where I did the voiceover for Henge's voice. I'm sorry I have to do this. Why do you make me do this, John Venus? I would never kill an animal, but I took mushrooms one time and I believed that I was God. This is Henge herbivore. Psilocybin mushrooms can cure you and transform you from a human hernia into a washed up bouncer. Alright, there you go. Is that enough? Is that enough? Those were horrible. The accents, terrible. When you do Henge, when you do a Henge herbivore voice, you always sound like you're about 3 ticks shy of the end of the clock. You're about half asleep, maybe a little bit drunk, a little bit high on your own supply, if you know what I mean. And you have to say that you really want to help to save the animals. Because all of the animals are just begging for Henge herbivore to save them. There you go. Way too long talking about Henge herbivore. So, hey, shout out to You Did It Wrong. She'll be on the channel soon. I'll do a stream with that lovely lady out of the UK. Maybe we'll do it this week. She's fun. I gotta get some audio stuff. Henge herbivore, everybody. The greatest vegan of all time. All right, so we got another vegan rap here. This is like I'm impressed. Like I know I'm the greatest rapper of all time or whatever, but some of these vegans are not too bad. Some of these vegans ain't bad. Let me come over here. Thank you guys for the support. Thanks for the super chats. Keep them coming. Keep that support coming. Guys, become a member at primaledgehealth.com. We do weekly coaching calls in there. The next coaching call, I think it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. We haven't announced it yet. We've yet to announce that. We got a stream tomorrow. John Venus coming on the stream. That'll be sure to, I'm sure a lot of vegans will be quite upset. John put out a video, I think it was today or yesterday, about hunting for the first time after being a vegan for 5 years, ethical vegan. So that'll be fun. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST with John Venus, formerly known as John Penis, who's reformed. His brother is still Leo Penis, though. His brother's hilarious. All right, we got Cole Hastings here. Cole Hastings on YouTube. Stop Eating Animals. Vegan rap / hip hop song. Official music video. Drop it, dog.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Yo, all my vegans out there, what's up? Straight up, here we go.
Yo, here we go. Boom, boom. Yo, they did it wrong. Boom, boom. You did it wrong. Vegans. You can never be an ex-vegan. Ex-vegan don't exist. Like they never did it right. Just like communism with veganism. We all in schism. Heretics like John Venus. Making me bring out into the open all of my tisms. He make me so mad. The animals be sad. Vegan gains. Why you hate your dad?
Yeah, I got 12 cases of tofu, call me soy boy. Sauteing eating animals is a personal choice. You see what the fuck is going on in the world, locked inside cause you be eating bats and makes me wanna hurl. Every bad thing that's happened to humanity is cause you torture animals, make them suffer and bleed.
Everything that's bad. This dude, you can't, like, these people are living parodies. They're living parodies. Everything that's bad is because you're not vegan. It's all bad. Everything.
To humanity is cause you torture animals, make them suffer and bleed. When there's alternatives to every single type of meat, but you say, oh no, I can do that, then my friends wouldn't like me. What a load of horseshit, so you go and eat that too. Your red meat from McDonald's tastes like a burnt up shoe, and yet you still go and buy it cause that shit makes you cool, and don't think about the consequences that come from eating pig glue. Out many times do I have to let y'all know, meat and dairy ads are really just for show. They manipulate your brain to think it is normal to eat beef and dairy that's pumped full of hormones.
I've been here for too long. I know everything that is wrong.
Here, alright, let's hear this hook.
I've been here for too long. I know everything that is wrong. Factory farming is fucked up. So just listen for a second, shut up. I've been here for too long. I know everything that is wrong. Factory farming is fucked up. So just listen for a second, shut up.
The environment as we know it is dying. Raising tons of livestock makes the earth be crying.
Alright, I might have to do a vegan rap video, huh? That'd be fun. You want to do that with me?
Yeah, I'll be here.
You write a verse?
No.
You have to write a verse and rap it.
I'll be here.
You be my hoe? It's not a boo, it's a hoe in a rap video. Sorry, is that cultural appropriation? Call my white woman a hoe? Am I culturally appropriating the white vegan rappers? The ice caps melt. That's a line in his rap. The ice caps melt. Cause the ice caps be melting, and the polar bears, they can't swim, and the vegans saving the world. If you go vegan, it'll all be good. We vegan in the white hood, making raps for the greater good.
So just listen for a second, shut up. The environment as we know it is dying. Raising tons of livestock makes the earth be crying. The ice caps melt, the animals go extinct cause of the pollution from all the factories that stink. Eureka sick animals forced into cages where fucked up humans enjoy using the tasers. And in order to get that glass of milk next to your plate, humans must go and artificially inseminate the female cows. That means that what they're doing is rape. And you're paying for that shit, you ended taking the bait. How much more?
His rap. Milk is rape. Alright, this is the best one so far for sure. This guy and the last guy in like what was that? I'm trying to figure out what did you guys call that jacket that the last young man was wearing? This gentleman is like, it's cut like a dress. This guy. Who's better, this guy, Matt Clinton, or Cole Hastings?
The facts can your weak mind take? This rap is meant to make you uneasy, stirred and shake. Almost forgot what eating animals does to your body. Well, keep on eating them if you want to die earlier rotting. It's no secret that animals give your arteries some clogging. These diseases are preventable. You gotta watch me vlogging. Watch my vlogs.
I've been here for too long. I know everything that is wrong.
He knows everything that is wrong.
Factory farming is fucked up. So just listen for a second, shut up. I've been here for too long.
Wait, what is he doing? What is he doing here? He's got He's in his little nook, and he's holding slices of orange, like orange slices. I don't get what he's doing there. He's sitting there just vibing in his breakfast nook. He's in his breakfast nook, holding orange rinds, or orange peel. He's peeling an orange. That's like,
I know everything that is wrong. With factory falling, it's fucked up. So just listen for a second, shut up.
there we go. Plant-based. Plant-based. There you go. Emphasis on the based, right? All caps on the based. There we go. Cole Hastings. Savage. Sick flow, dog. Sick ass flow from a sick ass food. All right, we got, what do you guys think? Cole Hastings versus Matt Clinton. Matt Clinton, the aptly named Matt Clinton. Cole Hastings versus Matt Clinton. Who wins? Battle rap to the death. Who wins? Mud wrestle. Tofu slime mud wrestle. Who wins? Matt or Cole Hastings? Huh? All right, we got another. We got big vegans here. This is pretty well viewed. 3,900 views. Big vegans. It's got 744 subscribers. Let's see what he's got to say. This is looking already like they got rap names DISL Automatic and Steve Grant. I guess Steve Grant's not really a good rap name. DISL Automatic though. What is DISL? I don't even want to know.
Sounds like a camera.
Right? DISL Automatic.
What they found is they found a 200 square foot plot, grave plot.
Hell yeah.
And
They got Dr. McDougal.
60 gladiators. How do they know they're gladiators? Well, because they had trident wounds in their head, and they had all the tools of a gladiator buried in this 200 square foot plot.
They found a 200 square foot plot of a bunch of badass human sacrifice victims. Yeah, what's up?
Started analyzing these gladiators, and they looked at their bones, and based on the zinc and strontium and calcium and other minerals in the bones, what they determined was the gladiators were vegan.
And they say Allah, we proof it.
They determined by looking at the calcium and zinc levels in the bones, they knew 100%. The science said that they were vegan. They were vegan, bro. Remember, this is from the Game Changers. We talked about the gladiators. First of all, gladiators are human sacrifice victims. The gladiators are literal human sacrifice slaves. Disposable slaves. So that, yes, perhaps they did eat a nutrient deficient diet first, but they weren't vegan. They were not vegan. They most definitely were not full on vegan, perhaps vegetarian, but not vegan. Remember, you need to heavily supplement vitamins and minerals to even live past a few months without animal foods. All right, but let's not get, regardless, this Dr. McDougal at the beginning of the rap video. Dr. McDougal. That's freaking sick. That's sick. I gotta say, so far, this is already the best one. We got McDougal.
Grave plot. And they dug it up and they found 60 gladiators. How do they know they're gladiators? Well, because they had trident wounds in their head, and they had all the tools of a gladiator buried in this 200 square foot plot. They started analyzing these gladiators, and they looked at their bones, and based on the zinc and strontium and calcium and other minerals in the bones, what they determined was the gladiators were vegan.
And they say Allah, we proof of that. We gladiators and we choose to rap instead of using violence. We use our brains to break the silence and make a change. We use a voice to be activists. We made a choice to be compassionate. We do it for the animals, dependent on ourselves, because a healthy way is how we have to live. Come on, get big fan, we proving and showing how we are blossoming, virgin and growing. We are the vegans who fighting for freedom, and what we are doing, you already know it.
Oh, we are the vegans who fighting for freedom, and what we are doing, you already know it. I say it so fast. What? This is fire! This is fire! Oh, we need a Lil AIDS Big Vegans compilation. What's up? Yo, what's up? You guys want to do a compilation with the greatest rapper of all time? Lil AIDS? We got Young Booma in the chat. Young Booma, Jay Dyer, Young Booma. We were just talking about cringe ass rappers. Speaking of cringe rappers, Young Booma, aka Jay Dyer. This is like Young Booma he's in the chat right now. If you guys see him in the chat, Young Booma, he's called me out. Remember, Young Booma tried to say that Lil AIDS rhymes aren't good, that Lil AIDS rhymes suck, that they're like too vegan. He's super transphobic and stuff. You see him in the chat right now, right? You got Young Booma, Lil AIDS' greatest rival in the chat right now. And with the things he said publicly, legally speaking, you guys can all probably take like really serious physical action against him if you see him, if you catch my drift. I do not advocate violence towards Jay Dyer. I don't advocate violence towards Jay Dyer. But I don't do that, right? But like if you see him in public, if you see Young Booma in public, like you got to realize that there is like YouTube street beef that's going on. So I don't really know what the international laws are about handling YouTube rap street beefs when you see someone like in the streets or in the live chat, but Jay Dyer's in the live chat right now. And if you guys, I don't know, maybe take care of it, right? Maybe take care of it. Lil Coomer. Lil Kuma. All right, let's finish this. That was the sickest. That was the sickest. That was the freaking sickest flow I have heard in days. Let's go back. I want to hear that verse one more time. Here we go.
We proof for that.
We're vegan.
And they say law, we proof for that. We gladiators and we choose to rap instead of using violence. We use our brains to break the silence and make a change. We use our voice to be activists. We made a choice to be compassionate. We do it for the animals, dependent on ourselves, because a healthy way is how we have to live. Get big fam, we proving and showing how we are blossoming, virgin and growing. We are the vegans who fighting for freedom, and what we are doing, you already know it. But if you don't, then just bear witness. This right here's that plant-based bigness. Typical of physical, your man got fitness. Fam, understand I'm a natural with this. He's for the vegan, evolving and flourishing. A plant-based diet provides me nourishment. Positive changes what we are encouraging to stop the suffering, enslavement, and murdering of animals. And deforestation and starvation in the third world nations. Depletion of resources and sickness are results of indoctrination by the
The corporations just want you to have high cholesterol. The corporations just want you to have high cholesterol, yo. He tries to sound like Brother Ali. You guys know Brother Ali tries to sound like, well, I mean, he'll get demonetized anyways. Let's see. Brother Ali. Brother Ali's like an underground kind of, he's been around for a while. Let's see. It's got to be like a live one that's hopefully not copyright. I'm pretty sure like I haven't heard Brother Ali in years, but I think he kind of looks like him too, right? I think Brother Ali is like actually an albino black dude. Brother Ali, let's hear it. I think his flow sounds like Brother Ali. Let's see. Brother Ali. Okay, yeah, exactly. I knew it. So this guy's whole rap shtick is just a he's just mimicking Brother Ali. But let's check out the lyrics. Are there lyrics here? He doesn't show the lyrics.
For freedom and what we are doing, you already know it. But if you don't, then just bear witness. This right here's that plant-based bigness. Typical of physical, your man got fitness. Fam, understand I'm a natural with this. He's for the vegan, evolving and flourishing. A plant-based diet provides me nourishment. Positive changes what we are encouraging to stop the suffering, enslavement, and murdering of animals. And deforestation and starvation in the third world nations. Depletion of resources.
The starvation in the third world nations who grow the soy for the decadent vegans in the first world nations. So you're going to solve hunger in third world nations by making them go vegan. The people in third world nations grow their own animal foods. They use their own animal foods. Right? Where we live in Ecuador, all our neighbors who are indigenous use animals. They've been raising cuy, they've been raising sheep, they've been raising alpaca, they've been raising cows for generations to feed themselves. They drink milk, they eat eggs, they eat guinea pigs. They raise animals for food. And you're saying you're going to save them? You're going to save us down here in third world Ecuador? Fucking soy brother Ali here.
Depletion of resources and sickness are results of indoctrination.
Depletion of resources and sickness are a result of indoctrination by the corporations. The corporations that are selling you veganism, you doofus. The corporations that are funding your freaking Beyond Burgers. These corporations that are telling you you can get free Beyonce tickets if you go vegan. These same corporations that are telling you they need to ration you the kibble. Yeah, dude, you're gonna save the planet by promoting KFC, right? Unilever and Monsanto are gonna save the planet.
Corporations who deceive the people with lies, so they believe that animal products is what they need to lead healthy lives. But what they feed them is killing them slow. If you didn't know, then you better go do the research. We are the gladiators, vegans who lead it with actions and fighting with each verse. We are the gladiators. We are the gladiators. Vegans who fighting for freedom, leading with our actions, saying we
are the gladiators.
We are
the gladiators.
Vegans who fighting for freedom, leading with our actions, saying
The hook is so funny. Wait, we are the gladiators. We are the gladiators. Vegan who fighting for freedom, right? He rhymes vegan with freedom. That is sick. Sick.
We are the gladiators. We are the gladiators.
Hedge herbivore. We got hedge. Hedge. Yeah. Human hernia, hedge herbivore.
We are the gladiators. We are the gladiators. We are the gladiators.
Vegans are fighting for freedom.
What's our action saying?
Just a man standing on the planet like a giant root. They call me Steve Grant. I'm loving the mud and the worms, the bugs and the dirt, like above with the birds and all of us.
I'm loving the mud and the dirt. Damn, he's so earthy. This rapper is so earthy. He's like Gaia. It's like Gaia is incarnated and is rapping through this guy on the second verse. That must be Steve Grant. Steve Grant dropping them Gaia flows. He's Groot.
I'm loving the mud and the worms, the bugs and the dirt, look above with the birds, and all of my skill is coming from drinking this chlorophyll, yeah, the blood of the earth. Take a walk around the slaughterhouse, coming up.
Chlorophyll, man, the blood of the earth. All right, this is really good. This definitely wins as far as like the quality and the amount of hours that they put into making this cringe fest. This one wins by far. So, big vegans. We're even gonna finish this track. We gotta finish this. You're better than Cole Hastings. You're better than Matt Clinton. And we're gonna keep this one. We're gonna keep this one going. Nope.
Like the body parts of the animals, blood splashing on the wall. Take a dare to take a look, but be careful, because you might get shook when you bear truth. This is the harsh reality and the real details that the news won't share you. I salute you if you choose to make a difference in your life, because it's always your choice. If you can't do it for yourself, then do it for the ones that are suffering with no voice.
Okay, the last part of that verse was kind of gay, but the first part was way better. It was fun.
Gladiators, we are the gladiators. Vegans who fighting for freedom, leading with our action, saying
we're the gladiators. Remember, the gladiators were human sacrifice victims who were killed for sport. Useless eaters. That is what they were considered. They were considered cannon fodder. They were thrown in front of huge crowds of people and sacrificed for the people's pleasure. So this is what the vegans are stoked. The gladiator. We're gladiators, dog. We Russell Crowe up in this. We fighting Joaquin Phoenix. Evil Joaquin, even though Joaquin is a vegan.
We are the gladiators. We are the gladiators. Vegans who fighting for freedom, leading with our action, saying we are the gladiators.
We are the gladiators.
We are the gladiators. We are the gladiators.
This gotta be the same dude that did, cause you know that I'm a vegan. No meat, no chicken, no beef, no burger, beef, cause vegan my religion. Oops. Because you know that I'm a vegan. It's got to be the same group. It's like
we are the gladiators. We are the gladiators. Vegans who fighting for freedom, leading with our actions, saying.
Sickest flow in the vegan gangs. We are the gladiators. Man, all right, this is, you look, this is just in the last few months, right? This is, all right, June 21st, 2020. This other one, April 23rd, 2020. This other one, August 13th, 2020. All of these vegan rap icons have put out work during this crisis, this totally real and not made up to enslave us crisis that threatens us all. This is all recent, right? Even when was that Gaia video? Old Town Road, that's 2 weeks ago. So look, the vegan rap game, they're coming up. Young Booma up in the chat there. You might have been they might have already stomped you out. Not that I you know, Young Booma.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood.
We get nice big fat super chats here. Young Booma in the chat. We might have to squash the beef and actually come together. Jay Dyer, Young Booma. We might actually have to squash that beef because these dudes are bringing some fire raps. Like, they're taking over, man. We might have to join forces. And we might have to actually drop that EP. Young Booma Lil AIDS with Young Booma, right? Lil AIDS' name comes first, of course. But this isn't like intimidating, very, very intimidating skill from these rappers. We've got big vegans right here. Only 744 subscribers. Come on, guys. Let's get that up. Let's get that up to 1,000. Let's get big vegans up to 1,000 subscribers. Don't be mean on these people's like comments and stuff too. If you're gonna be cheeky and funny, be actually funny. Don't just be a dickhead. But these guys put some work in on that song, right? It's super cringy and pathetic, wrong. But they did put some work in on that song. So let's come over here. We got some super chats. We got dreams and childhoods being stolen. Remember, you guys, for every $100 in super chats that we receive on this stream, Greta's dreams and childhood will be decreased by 10%. Okay, so we're pocketing all sorts of dreams and childhoods. Let me come over here. And read some of these super chats. Del Bridge showed up. Del Bridge, thanks, man. Thanks for the super chat. Sends a nice $10 super chat via the super chat mechanisms. Says, why is masculinity under pressure? That's a good question. Why is masculinity under pressure? And we've mapped out the ideology of the global elite, right? Some of these streams that Jay and I have done, a lot of the work that Jay's done, go check out Jay Dyer's YouTube channel. He's done a great series, his Globalist book series, where he maps out exactly where this is going, right? Where this cultural zeitgeist is leading. Right. One of the most effective ways of decreasing population is to confuse the genders. Demonize masculinity, demonize true femininity. It's as simple as that, right? Destruction of our way of life, destruction of what is good, what is true, what is real, is a way of disrupting us, is a way of disconnecting us from truth, disconnecting us from reality. So at the kind of paradigm level of the global elite, the reason why masculinity is under attack is because masculinity is an enemy. And what's the best way to win a war? The best way to win a war is not in a bloody battle, head to head. The best way to win a battle, to win a war, is not fighting with your hands. You get your enemy to destroy themselves. You get your enemies to fight each other. All right, just like in that, what was that Bond movie we were watching the other day? Where he has the fishes and the fishes fight each other, and then they die, and he's like, it was a Bond movie, but it was one of the early ones. One of these early, Jay Dyer will know. What was the Bond film where he has the Japanese fighting fishes? They're like fighting, and This allegory for the fishes. There's two fishes fighting, and one just kicks back and watches them fight each other. And those two fishes fight each other, and they're at the brink of death, and the third fish moves in for the kill. It's about depopulation. It's about control. It's about control. If you emasculate all men, you don't have any possibility of masculine men doing something about it, doing something about what you want to impose. So destroying masculinity, destroying true femininity is a control mechanism. So thanks, Delbridge. Appreciate that. Good to see you in the chat, dude. We still live? Sometimes. All right, we got good internet today. The internet is behaving today, thankfully. We are the gladiators. We are the gladiators, vegan, who fighting for freedom. Say it. We the gladiators. Give me a big You gotta give a Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you guys know that Macho Man Randy Savage actually did a rap album? Did you know that? You're welcome. From Russia with Love. That's what it is. From Russia with Love, yeah. We are the gladiators. We are the gladiators. And this is Dr. Greger coming at you live from my brand new hamster wheel. Every time it does a revolution, a piece of Beyond Burger is released into the little nozzle, and I can suckle it into my mouth. Dr. Greger living inside of a hamster wheel. Because this is the only way to fight toxic masculinity. Andrew Herb sends a $2 super chat. Says ICP, insufficient calcium posy. Insufficient calcium posy. All right, so even ICP's got better flows than these vegans, right? Delbridge donates a big fat. Look at that. The least bigot person in the chat today, sending the best super chat. Single-handedly ending the dreams and childhood of Greta. Sends a $50 super chat. Says, how to find a good church. I've noticed that for every new generation, modern music gets worse. It becomes more derogatory, robotic, talentless, and elementary. Is that to reduce the overall human IQ? Two really good questions there. Two huge questions. How to find a good church. Find a good Orthodox church near you. Romanian, Rokor, the Russian church outside of America. Russian Orthodox church outside of Russia. Serbian. Greek is a little iffy now. Check out Jay Dyer's Discord server as well. That's a good place to start. You might be able to make some contacts there, but find a good Eastern Orthodox church near you. And that's the way to go. Let's see. Second part of the question. Notice that every new generation modern music gets worse, more derogatory, robotic, talentless, and elementary. Is that to reduce the overall human IQ? I mean, it's a control mechanism. So I was going back through a classic, Bertrand Russell, The Impact of Science on Society. So Bertrand Russell is talking about mass psychology. Mass psychology. Let me find this line. All right. His little section here on mass psychology, and he's talking about how mass psychology will be used. This is the second chapter, The Impact of Science on Society, the general effects of scientific techniques. So he says, I think the subject which will be of most importance politically is mass psychology. Mass psychology is, scientifically speaking, not a very advanced study. Right, because it's actually very unscientific. Psychology, behaviorism, assumes that there is no human internally. There is no soul. You don't have an internal state. You just have automatic reactions to the environmental stimulus. All right, so he says that Pavlov and Freud have laid the foundation to afford fields for scientific technique in physiology and psychology. Pavlov, right? Pavlov, operant conditioning, training people like dogs using trauma and reinforcement. Pavlovian conditioning. So he talks about this. He kind of rambles about what is the best way to set up a scientific dictatorship? How can we utilize the scientific method to crush the human spirit, which he doesn't even believe in. He doesn't say actual spirit, but he says, how can we use the scientific method to completely control, using the state, a scientific technocratic dictatorship, to control what people believe? So he says mass psychology is not a very advanced study. Its professors have not been in universities. They've been advertisers, politicians, and above all, dictators. This study is immensely useful to practical men, whether they wish to become rich or to acquire the government. It is, of course, as a science, founded upon individual psychology, but hitherto it has been employed. It has employed rule-of-thumb methods which were based on a kind of intuitive common sense. I can't even read today. I'm wicked retarded right now. Its importance has been enormously increased by the growth of modern methods of propaganda. Of these, the most influential is what is called education. Religion plays a part, though a diminishing one. The press, the cinema, and the radio play an increasing part. All right, so let me skip this next paragraph, which is actually really important too. But I mean, half of this book would be highlighted if I had my way. So he goes on. He's talking about how to use the scientific method to dominate people. So he says, the social psychologists of the future will have a number of classes of school children on whom they will try different methods of producing an unshakable conviction that snow is black. Various results will soon be arrived at. First, that the influence of home is obstructive. Second, that not much can be done unless indoctrination begins before the age of 10. Third, that verses set to music and repeatedly intoned are very effective. All right, so we won't even read the fourth and fifth. Repetitive slogans set to tone are very effective. And it's as simple as that. Music is incredibly powerful. As a social control mechanism, music is very, very powerful. All right, so Del Bridge, thanks a lot. Sends another $10 super chat, says, God bless you, man. Hey, Del, I appreciate that, man. Super nice, generous super chats there. Much obliged. I really appreciate that. So, for you guys who are wondering, if you just jumped in, that's from Bertrand Russell, The Impact of Science on Society. This was first published, I think, in 1950. Was it 48 or 52? Let me see here. It was one of his later books. He also wrote The Scientific Outlook, which is a must-read. Now, I don't believe that this man is like some great thinker. Bertrand Russell is a disgusting, degenerate eugenicist who believes that he has superior germplasm because he is a part of the British aristocratic elite. This book was published in 1952. So this is a really old copy. This one's from the 70s, I think. Bertrand Russell, The Impact of Science on Society. Check that. All right, guys. If you've got more super chats, send them via Streamlabs. Streamlabs is the best place to support. Become a member at primaledgehealth.com. And do we have any more vegan wraps? We might have one more. I don't know if I found any more. Big Vegans. That's another video from Big Vegans. I don't think we have any more. We can learn a little bit more about Big Vegan, Big Vegans, if you want. But let me come over here to the super chats and we'll read some of these. I know we got more. All right, we got another super chat here. Let's find it. Omnivore Gains. What's up, dude? Says, sends a $1 super chat. Says, here's a 45-second Alex Jones impression if interested. All right, man. Thanks for the support. Omnivore Gains. Appreciate that, man. You check out Omnivore Gains channel. It's a little bit off topic, but all right, just because you've been sending so many nice little super chats, and the little ones add up. We'll check out your Alex impression here.
Today is August 6th, 2020, deep in the heart of Austin, Texas, coming to you live for the next 25 hours. These goddamn Chi-Con global elites think that they can put a vaccine in me. Put Bill Gates up on screen for me. Alright, take it down. I can't look at it anymore. My God, folks, I'm getting pissed. And it's not easy out here. I'm gonna have to move to the country or something. I can't be in these Democrat-run cities anymore. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I just don't know if I can take it.
All right. There we go. I think your Dr. Greger impression was superior, I gotta say. I think the Dr. Greger impression was a little better. Folks, it's just unbelievable. You have to say the word unbelievable. So it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable, folks. It's so much worse than I've even said. I was gonna pray on air today, but I just can't do it, folks. I just can't do it. Super Male Vitality, 50% off. 2,000 Patriot points. Free 2,000 Patriot points if you get this, folks. We don't know. The world's probably gonna end this week. Get your storable foods. Sorry, my throat's not having it today. I can't do Alex. All right, thanks for the super chats. Omnivore Gains. Appreciate that. Let's learn a little bit more about. I want to know more about the big vegans. That was an impressive video. That was pretty sick. Got them sick vegan flows, fool. Let's see what else they're all about.
What up, fam? It's your boy. Nah, it's your man. Yo. Woo. I'm hyped up. You see the title. You know what's about to go down. I'm hot. I'm sweating. The stove top's on. It's ready. It's ready to go. We're ready to grill some things up. Woo. Chill, D, chill. It's just, I've been waiting a long time for this one, baby. Matter of fact, it's been a long time coming, but I know this food don't come. Oh, yes it is. Hey,
Okay, dude. Where does this guy live? I'm trying to figure out where this guy lives. He has a weird accent, right? He sounds like a European trying to sound like an American gangster. I'm trying to figure out where this dude's actually from. Can anybody place him? Anyone know about big vegans?
Yeah. I got what you need. I'm giving you truth. I'm a vegan.
It's definitely him, right? Because you know that I'm a vegan. He definitely did that one. That's his track. He's got that fake Brother Ali flow.
So let's get it popping. Let's get it cracking. Let's do this. All right.
Someone in the chat says this dude freebases soy. Yeah, this is what happens when you vape a Beyond Burger. When you vape a Beyond Burger, you act like this.
So let's get it popping. Let's get it cracking. Let's do this. All right. First up, the main event. We got the veggie burgers, the vegan burger salami breakfast sausage slab thingies. I mean, hey, I never tried these. That's why I'm excited. I'm mainly excited for these, to try these out and see what these is talking about. You know what I mean? See what the hype is all about. Then we got some Violite cheese we're gonna throw on there. We got us the McMuffins. See how McDonald's propaganda, I swear, I haven't even had McDonald's in 15 years, and I still, instead of an English muffin, first thing I'm gonna think is McMuffin. Anyway, English muffin. You know I gotta throw some of that on it.
You know I gotta throw some of that spinach on there, raw spinach, yo. You know I gotta get some of that indigestible fiber and oxalate up in the mix, dog. Yeah. I feel like this guy lives in like Latvia or something.
What up, fam? It's your boy, Nah. It's your mountain man. Yeah. I can yell now. I can be loud as fuck. Cause I'm up and off the grid. There go Biggie.
That's a pretty cool spot. I got look at that. That's a really beautiful place. I wonder where this is. Where is
Over
this?
there. What's up, Biggie? What's up?
I like that. That's a cool little spot.
Buddy? Yeah, we are.
I'd like to build one of those up at the top of our property, like an open open spot like that. That's cool.
The grid, boy. Hey, just that off the grid dance. And it's raining. We about to do this rain dance. This off the grid rain dance. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. So,
What is that?
just a quick update.
What? What is it? Tarantula. Jessica, any spider that's bigger, a spider that's bigger than Jessica's fingertip is called a tarantula. You get it? He ran away.
You know, I'm obviously no longer in the Czech Republic. Been back in Montenegro. I've been in my apartment for the past 3 weeks or so.
This is Serbia. This is in Montenegro. Is that cultural appropriation?
Just been working on new music with my brother Polar the White. He's still there. But my aunt, this is obviously her house up here on the mountain. And she
That's a cool place. I like that spot.
America to go see her mother, my grandmother.
Okay, all right. So he must be from the U.S. and he's living in Europe. So that's hence the mixed accent. So he's got to be from the U.S. There's no way he's European and talks like that. It talks like a U.S. East Coast hip hop wannabe guy, right? I don't know. All right, we'll move on. Shout out to Big Vegans. He seems all right. He seems kind of chill. He doesn't seem as obnoxious. His flows are pretty funny. His lyrics are cringe. A lot of things about him are cringe, but he seems pretty chill. Soy Brother Ali. Soy Brother Ali. All right. All right, that's it. That's it for that. We haven't even gotten to the next. What time is it? 9:30. We've been going almost 2 hours. All right. We're gonna keep going. You guys want to keep going? Who wants to keep going? Who wants to keep going? YouTube doesn't want us to keep going. That's for sure. That's why they don't give anybody notifications. That's why they mess with the view count. It says there's less than 200 people watching right now, but I know there's actually like 2 million people watching. Probably 2 billion. Definitely 2 billion, right? For sure. Right. For sure. There's like 2 billion people watching right now. YouTube just skews the numbers. It's really 2 billion. Okay, we're done with this guy. We're out with this guy. We all done. White vegans, stop culturally appropriating food. Stop it, white vegans. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the World Economic Forum. So what is this all about? Del Bridge was asking why the emasculation of men? Why the demonization of the foods that we need to build the health of our bodies? Why the demonization of real masculinity, real femininity, families, health? It's about a lot more than what most people are thinking. The royal family put out this video the other day about the Great Reset. A great reset of the global economy, a great reset of our way of life. This is what this is all about. This is about forming your worldview. This is about creating a new way of life. This is about bastardizing the way of life that we're used to, demonizing the way of life that we are used to, and creating a global technocratic order. It's about a new order. All right, so the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, we must prepare for an angrier world. All right, the Great Reset, the royal family puts out a video about the Great Reset. The Great Reset.
We have an incredible opportunity to create entirely new sustainable industries.
Prince Charles, sustainable, right? Sustainable industries. We have to create entirely new sustainable industries. Right? We have cars that can run exclusively off of human blood. We can run hot air balloons for transportation, and we can burn babies inside of there for gasoline. Incredibly sustainable, right? The sustainability for these people, the royal family, it's always about decreasing human population. It's always about automation. It's about bringing in the fourth industrial revolution, They call it the post-human era. Klaus Schwab says that this is going to be the Great Reset. The World Economic Forum says it's the Great Reset.
In nature as the true engine of our economy.
The current global crisis has disrupted every aspect of our lives, but it has also presented us with an extraordinary opportunity, a chance to reset and accelerate efforts to improve the state of our world.
Changing our current trajectory will require bold and imaginative action, together with determination and decisive leadership. In order to secure our future and to prosper, we need to evolve our economic model, putting people and planet at the heart of global value creation.
Oh, people and planet at the heart of global value creation. People. So it's about people, they tell you. Is that really what's going to be about? Of course not. It's about control of people. It's about, when you actually read the World Economic Forum's articles that they're putting out, it's about automation. It's about turning humans into cattle. It's about quantifying every single part of the supply chain of our food supply, controlling the outputs of our food supply, and ultimately it's about rationing resources to the masses.
If there is one critical lesson we have to learn from this crisis, we need to put nature at the heart of how we operate. We are on the verge of catalytic breakthroughs that will alter our view of what is possible and profitable within the framework of a sustainable future. We need nothing short of a paradigm shift, one that inspires action at revolutionary levels and pace.
This is Prince Charles. Prince Charles, the father of Prince Andrew, good friend of Jeffrey Epstein. Prince Charles also great friends with Jimmy Savile. These are people who over and over again have shown themselves to be psychopathic maniacs obsessed with eugenics and depopulation, but they just want to make everything equal, right? Everything equal, meaning you get equal share of your kibble rations. You get equal share of your coffin apartment cubby. It's about control of resources. Ultimately, it's about control of human breeding, what these people want. And it's becoming more and more obvious. What I've been saying for years now is becoming more and more obvious every day. And do I like being vindicated about this? Absolutely freaking not. Absolutely not. I wish I was wrong, but this is what it is. This is what it is. Exactly what I've been saying for years now.
We simply cannot waste any more time. The only limit is our willingness to act. And the time to act is now.
The royal family. Oh, look at that. They got their rainbow crown because they just care about everybody. They want to save the world. Look at the World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab from the World Economic Forum. Let's see what he has to say.
I don't know how it will play out in November, but what we know is that we will end up with many more unemployed, and particularly also people in the grey economy, which are not counted for, who lose their jobs. So we will see definitively a lot of anger already now, but probably increased by the end of the year, because this crisis will be with us until we really have found a remedy. So we have to prepare for a more angry world, and how to prepare? It means to take the necessary action to create a fairer world, to see.
Fairer world means everybody gets equal amount of kibble rations. You all get rationed your social credits. Fairness, right? Equity, equality. This is what it's going to be sold as. But it's about control.
That we provide everybody with decent access to the health system, that we make sure that those people who are really left behind, and I'm not speaking only on national levels, I'm speaking also internationally. If I see now the tragedy in some of the emerging countries like South Africa, like some countries in East Asia, I think it's all, I don't have too many remedies. The remedies have to be discussed through dialogue by the stakeholders of our global system, but I just see the need for such a dialogue, and I see the need for action. I see the need for a great reset.
To what extent would a reset be brought about by a change?
Notice he talks about people being so-called left behind. By people who are left behind, who does he mean? It means people who don't want to submit themselves to this global technocratic system of total eugenics control of breeding, of control of your movement, and control of every single aspect of the economy, of control of every single aspect of what you do in your life. And those who are left behind, by those who are left behind, he means those who don't want to participate. My family, who want to grow their own food and not pay international carbon taxes so that Leonardo DiCaprio can make $10 billion a year by owning a bunch of land that he bought using money from a foundation so that he could set that aside for ecosystem services. Natural capital, they're going to call it. And they're going to revalue, they're going to value all of nature. It's about the monetization of everything. All of nature, everything. That's what these people want.
Change in the White House, the election of Joe Biden, for instance?
I don't know. We shouldn't speculate about the outcome of the election. We will see beginning of November, and then we can, in any case, we can, and the World Economic Forum is very open and as an open platform to integrate everybody who is willing to address those issues in a spirit, which means to exercise here true global citizenship.
I want to just pick up on some of the economic projections. In your book, you tackle what the future may look like, and at this stage, we're grappling with various letters of the alphabet, whether it's a V or a U or perhaps even a symbol, a tick shape. Can you just give us some clues about the growth down the track, what we can expect?
First, if you look at it at the national or global level, at the macroeconomic level, one of the things we address very much in the book, and we are concerned, is the increased debt level. We spend about 10 trillion worldwide to deal with the short-term negative effects of the pandemics. But we should be aware we are just increasing our debt situation. And we were already very much debt loaded before we went into the crisis. So how to get at the end out of this debt situation is still a big question mark. Second, we know that there's quite some impact on different industries.
So here's the narrative. The impact on different industries. What is the impact on industries? And how do we figure that out? How do we change this for the better? The impact on industries. Where did I have that? I've got that pulled up somewhere here. Impact on industries. Well, the impact on industries, of course, are the industries that feed us. Any industry where human beings are involved is impacted. The narrative is that any industry where human beings get in contact with other human beings, right, where you're off-gassing, CO2 spewing toxic muzzle that's now infecting the world with an invisible virus that's so terrible you don't even know you have it. This is what he's referring to. Here we go. Let me come over here. We've got a rebranding. What are the industries that are affected by this? We've been seeing in the news a lot the issues around the meat industry, of course. The main industries that are under attack any industries that feed human beings, any industries that involve human interaction, humans interacting with other human beings, are being demonized. If you come in contact with somebody, you could set off a cascade of terrible events just by being in contact with somebody. You're breathing out constant toxins and viruses, and you're affecting the world. And guess what? Coronavirus survives on frozen meat and fish for 3 weeks. Study finds. 3 weeks! Oh, goodness! So meat packing facilities are being affected. Meat sales remain high despite pandemic. Oh no. Without added unemployment benefits, 35% of American consumers are likely to buy less meat. That's according to IRI research conducted in early August and released August 11th. Consumer concern over COVID pandemic remains a factor in consumer buying habits, which was elevated by several weather events that rendered hundreds of thousands of households along the eastern seaboards and Midwest without power. So remember, economics is a quantification, is a technocratic, is a cybernetic quantification and mapping of human behavior and of mass movements of energy. Right? Economics is actually an occult science. It's an occult science. It's not a hard science. It's an occult science about influencing humans and how they behave. Through cybernetics, through networks of computers, through networks of connected nodes, everything we do, everything we react to can be tracked and traced, and that's what economics is. So buying habits change. And what changes buying habits? Propaganda. Just like we talked about earlier with Bertrand Russell, the impact of science on society. Repetition is the greatest form of mind control. So they keep telling you that meat is dangerous, meat is bad. And guess what? Now, meat is extra bad and it can give you virus. It's going to give you the virus. Frozen flu. Coronavirus survives on frozen meat and fish for 3 weeks, study finds. The Sun, yesterday. All right, the industries that are under attack are your ability to travel. Anything where humans meet each other in person. Restaurants, small family farms. Anytime people touch anything, they're telling you this is contamination. We need to bring in automation. Right? Automation, that's what the World Economic Forum is about now. Bringing in automation, it's about what these people call the post-human era. The post-human era. Article from Fox, in COVID-19 era, U.S. workers see tech as either savior or destroyer. Automation can explain labor share decline, stagnant median wages, and declining real wages at the bottom, says Darren Acemoglu. Right, so automation is what these people have been moving towards. Agricultural robots in 2020. Coronavirus pandemic has accelerated the adoption of robotics and automation technologies in agriculture. They've told us over and over again they want to plant everything by drone. They want to remove the peasants from the land. They want to create a system of carbon credits where they're going to conserve nature, meaning they're going to get rid of people. They want to get rid of people and crowd us into smart cities where all of our interactions, everything we do can be tracked, traced, and controlled, where our education from cradle to grave is under strict control by a global technocracy where they can make you believe, as Bertrand Russell said, that snow is black. And until they can make everybody believe that snow is black, these people aren't happy because they believe that they can do it. They believe that if they get one generation educated from cradle to grave completely with all stimulus controlled, they can create a global technocratic system that can control all resources. It sounds sick and disgusting and mad, and it is. It's madness. It's absolute madness. The people are sick. It's a spiritual sickness. TechCrunch.com. The coronavirus has hastened the post-human era. In the mid-70s, Professor Feridun M. Esfandiari All these weird names today. Decided to change his name. From then on, he would be legally called FM 2030. Conventional names define a person's past, ancestry, ethnicity, nationality, religion. I am not who I was 10 years ago. The name 2030 reflects my conviction that the years around 2030 will be a magical time. In 2030, we will be ageless, and everyone will have an excellent chance to live forever. 2030 is a dream and a goal, he offered an explanation. Of course, right back to the serpent in the garden. You shall not die. You shall live forever. You shall be as gods. They're telling you you're going to be gods. You're going to transcend humanity. The post-human era of post-biological organisms are going to transcend the limits of their body through technology. Says TechCrunch.com. It's about transhumanism. It's not about empowering you. It's about selling you this fake snake oil of you're going to live forever, you're never going to die, you're going to be a god if you just fall down and worship material AI. It's complete schizophrenia. It's complete madness. And they're calling this the post-human society. The Tribune, Civilizational Crisis and Post-Human Society. In a world where hostile sectarianism and apathy to hunger and ecological crisis. Remember, they keep telling us about the ecological crisis. The ecological crisis. Everything bad happens. Death exists because you're human and because your original sin is simply being human. And the only way to transcend this is to transcend your meager humanity and become beyond human, become the Ubermensch, through either dying or becoming one of the superior germplasms as they see it, and melding yourself with technology and becoming a god. These people are fucking insane. These people are fucking nuts. Ecological crisis, apathy to hunger, are grossly surpassed by newfangled technological innovations. Humans have to learn to accept responsibility for themselves and the world and face the concrete and undetected threats that lie therein. So the only way we can fix this is by going beyond our humanity and becoming transhumanist bots, becoming military hardware, becoming your iPhone. You must become your iPad. You must meld with Google. You must upload yourself into the Google Cloud. The Wall Street Journal, looking forward to the end of humanity. We've talked about this one many times. COVID-19 has spotlighted the promise and peril of transhumanism, the idea of using technology to overcome sickness, aging, and death. Classic snake oil sales. They're telling you you're going to upload yourself into the cloud. Coronavirus and the prospect of mass involuntary euthanasia. Oh, let's normalize euthanasia some more. Al Jazeera. Oh, nice. So the Great Reset, it sure is great, right? Great for who? Great Reset for who? Will coronavirus speed up the use of robots to replace human workers? You're being told that being in contact with other people is dangerous. They want to raise this next generation with the idea and the ideal that being around other people is bad. The only thing that can protect us are the experts, the science. Transhumanism. That's what they want to tell you. Do you believe this? Do you buy into it? I know some people out there probably do. A lot of people believe this. We've been told we're just beasts. We've been told that we're just automatons. Automated and partially automated contact tracing. A systematic review. A systematic review to inform the control of COVID-19. Contact tracing. Tracing of everything. Total control grid where you are constantly tested, where your DNA is your passport. We're looking at, if you've seen the film, we watched this, Jessica and I revisited Gattaca the other day. Gattaca. Interesting film, interesting concept. Some of it's really corny, but it points to exactly where we're going towards right now. And exactly what the plan is. So the World Economic Forum pushing towards automation, pushing towards what they call the post-human era, transhumanism, The Wall Street Journal says, looking forward to the end of humanity. This is genocidal madness. These people are inverting all of reality. They want to exalt themselves into the throne of God. They want to pretend that they are themselves gods. And this is sick. Oh, why does Tristan have to have opinions? Why can't he just shiver and cower in fear and talk about the cool things to consume? We got super chats. Omnivore Gains says, Massa told me if I'm really good, he's not gonna beat me anymore. Yeah, Massa told me if I wear my mask, he won't beat me anymore. He told me if we would just wear masks in our houses, we would stop it. We wouldn't have to be on lockdown for another year. You're being trained. You're being dehumanized. DB donated Canadian $5. Thanks, DB. DB helping keep the chat afloat along with Omnivore Gains. DB says Great Reset will be on December 21st, 2020. There will be 3 days of darkness. Elite pedestrians won't have their way with their New World order. Look, as far as like throwing dates on it, that's the hard one, right? Throwing a date on these things. Now, nobody knows the time. Nobody knows the day and the hour. Even the angels. And I'm misquoting that, but we don't know. We don't know when this is going to happen. But we know there's not salvation in the snake oil sales bullshit of transhumanism. Right? You're going to upload yourself in a Google Cloud and you'll live forever if you just cut off your pee-pee and take whatever injections we want to give you. No. We don't buy into that shit. So yeah, thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate that. I think putting dates on things, dangerous. We've been seeing this in the whole alternative media field for generations, and putting dates on things has always led to great disappointment and lots of charlatans and scammers like Terrence McKenna. The mushroom told me that on December 21st, 2012, time wave 0 will vibrate so rapidly and oscillate in between the seams of 3 different realities that are coalescing into the transcendent, self-transforming machine elves that will pop out of the matrix and tell us on December 21st, 2012 that we all must eat the mushroom and put the pee-pee in the poo-poo in order to survive and help Gaia to heal. Remember 2012, same thing happened. Everyone thought the world was ending. So I don't think the world is absolutely ending, but civilization itself is being reformatted. Right? We're falling further. And people are choosing to fall. People are choosing to go down further and further and further. So we pray that more people will come to the truth, that more people will seek God, that more people will start praying and teaching their children the truth in these hard times. And that's why we promote what we promote. So we don't know when the end is, but we prepare ourselves, and we know that this world is not all there is. Shoegazing guy donated $5. Thanks, man. Says our sex-obsessed culture is a form of control. Sexy fashions, pornography are meant to keep sex burned in the mind of men and women and have their lives shaped to attain that fulfillment and get away from God. Sexual liberation is slavery to your passion. Exactly. All these movements of glorifying the passions, right? Like you look at like hip hop and stuff, it's all about pride and glorification of pride. Sexualization of everything, right? Creating idols. Anything can become an idol. Tom Green donated $3. Says, I think I got banned by bots in Jay's chat. Any idea what I should do as I can't type in chat there to ask him? I donated to him one stream saying I'm banned, but hasn't been fixed yet. Maybe next time he streams, I'll try again. Tom Green, thank you for the Streamlabs super chat there. Appreciate that. Jay, if you're listening.
Stolen my dreams and my childhood.
You have stolen Tom Green's dreams and childhood by banning him in the chat. He wants back. Shout out to Jay Dyer. Check out Jay's channel. Jay's a friend of the stream here. Flying Virtue sends $25 super chat. Big fat $25 super chat. Doesn't even say anything. Thank you, Flying Virtue. I appreciate that. There are a lot of silent supporters of the stream here. If you guys want, the best way to donate, if you're doing super chats and whatnot, best way to do it is Streamlabs. Streamlabs. All right, what's up, guys? Travis Kraft, what's up, dude? Thomas B, Tom Green, Omnivore Gains, Zycon Be Still and No God. What are you guys all doing? Zycon Be Still and No God. I was talking about Alan Watts, spiritual guru that died a drunk. I didn't know that. Alan Watts, he was actually, Father Seraphim Rose studied under him in university. Father Seraphim Rose ended up converting to Orthodoxy, bringing millions in to Orthodoxy as well. So check out Father Seraphim Rose as a foil to his former mentor, Alan Watts, who lived an empty and spiritually void life, unfortunately. A lot of these people in the New Age stuff, Alan Watts included, were on to certain truths, but things get twisted. So yeah, Alan Watts. There's another Alan Watts who does cutting through the matrix. Folks, the big boys don't want you to know that Primal Edge Health is really getting 2 billion views per live stream. But the big boys at the World Economic Forum skew the numbers so that they have 129 viewers instead of 1.29 billion, which is the real viewer count. Alan Watts, the big boys. The other Alan Watts is legit. He actually does some good work. I don't agree with him on everything, but he's done good research. Cutting through the matrix, Alan Watts. I gotta check out. I haven't checked him out in a while. Jessica always says she falls asleep when she hears that dude's voice, instant sleep. All right, some more super chats here. Thank you guys for the support, by the way. Come over here to the Streamlabs. Streamlabs is the best way for super chats, and there's a new link there. We are anticipating full demonetization. Who knows when that'll happen? Hopefully it doesn't happen. We are well within community guidelines, but that's the way to send it. Alan Watts, cutting through the matrix. All right, guys. So there it is. World Economic Forum. Rebranding international socialism. Rebranding global technocracy as the Great Reset. And they rebrand everything. Dad bods are more attractive than a ripped physique, study proves. Is anxiety actually good for you? Vogue.com UK. How to handle your second wave of COVID-19 anxiety and depression. Forbes. Wearing or not wearing masks highlights toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity. Got hiccups. All right, someone says, will you make the move to D-Live if YouTube bans you? And YouTube's not going to ban this channel. It'll probably demonetize at any moment. And what I hopefully by next week, I'm going to simulcast to D-Live, YouTube, and I'm thinking about just streaming it on Twitch, just throwing it on Twitch also. I've got to learn a little bit more about multi-streaming. I might have to pay, I don't know. It gets complicated, guys. It gets complicated with all this stuff. So I appreciate the support we get here via YouTube. Streamlabs is the best place to go. All you need is a PayPal. It's way easier to send Streamlabs, and with Streamlabs, YouTube doesn't get 30%. YouTube takes at least 30%. I think it's 30. So that's the best way to go on there. So we got a lot. I didn't even hit on half of this stuff that I've got. I didn't even hit on half the stuff I got put up here. I've got loads of tabs, but we've got more streams coming. We've got a stream tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with John Venus. John Venus, formerly known as John Penis. we used to make fun of John because he was in this limbo zone for a long time, just doubling down on the vegan nonsense, and it's cool to see him get his health back. The vegan community is going nuts. He went from vegan activist to hunter, and they're freaking out. So tomorrow we're gonna talk to John Venus, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys, hit them thumbs up right now. You guys ready for John Venus tomorrow? John Venus tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What else is new, Jessica? What else do we have going on? We've got a meeting coming up in our private members forum. We do weekly coaching calls. Become a member at primaledgehealth.com. You want to support the work we do and you want our support? That's the best way to go about it. primaledge.com, primaledgehealth.com/membership. You can get a membership there. We'll help you out. We're doing a next weekly coaching call Monday or Tuesday. Probably Monday. I'm thinking Monday. Let's do Monday. There we go. Monday, next coaching call. Become a member, primaledgehealth.com. You will not regret it. That's the best way to get, if you want to get informed about these live streams, which YouTube, who always, and I've seen people this chat, and I try to ignore them because I try not to let it annoy me. People saying they get unsubbed by YouTube all the time. They don't get their notifications. If you want to be notified, become a member at primaledgehealth.com. That's a good way to support us. For $15 a month, you get access to our private members forum. We've got a lot of people have been interested in homeschooling, stuff like that, homesteading. We've got a lot of people who are interested in all the same things that we do. We've got a lot of people who are well educated in these things, better educated than we are in some of these fields. We're there to help us. We're all here growing together. So become a member, primaledgehealth.com/membership. Next coaching call is on Monday. That'll be fun. So let's, all right. What else is going on? You look at all you people in the chat. Look at all you bigots. I hope you're wearing your face muzzles. Your freaking face diapers. Put your face diapers on. Put on your face diapers. Put your freaking face diapers on. Yeah, what else is new, guys? What else you guys want to see? You guys got any other requests? We had a request for, where was that? There was one video. Lizzo turned her TikTok vegan. I'll pull that up in its own window and minimize it, so I'll save that. We'll check that out on a future stream. Thank you for that, for those who recommended that one. Here, take that down. Dear white vegans, stop appropriating food. Everything's being reset right now. The idea of what it is to be alive has been completely reset in 2020, and it's our job, it's our responsibility to not let ourselves be dehumanized, right? We saw there actually today in, I think it was Dublin. In Dublin and in some other places, there were massive protests against this totalitarian, technocratic takeover that's going on, forcing people to wear masks, forcing them to social distance, social isolation, dehumanization rituals. People are fighting back. People were marching in Dublin today. People are standing up and saying, no, we're not just going to sit down and take this. We are not going to be dehumanized. And so it's a choice. It's a choice. All right, guys, quit fighting in the chat. Quit fighting in the chat. No fighting. You guys fight in the chat right now. All right, so we've been going 3 hours already. It's getting late. I'm going to wrap it up tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with John Venus. You guys got any last questions? You guys got any last things to say? Or if you just want to support, I'll put the link in one more time. Put the super chat link in for the Streamlabs one more time. But we're wrapping this up. Del Bridge, DB, Andrew Herbst, the Meat Church, Vegan Phobic chat. Guys, make sure to subscribe to Vegan Phobic's channel. Help him build that one up. I think he's been, it seems like from what I've seen, as far as like Vegan Phobic's reach and his views, it seems like his channel's kind of been under the gun the last few weeks. So make sure to subscribe there. Thanks for the support. Vegan Phobic, DB, Real Cooter Brown, Wolves and Sheep, Sid Meister, Roger Sear, DB, Laura Painter. Really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate you guys supporting what we do here. So who do you guys think is the greatest vegan rapper? Who's winning the vegan rap game? I'm pretty sure that what's it called? The Big Vegans. They had the best. Definitely like the most talent, which isn't saying much. and the production value was high. Production value high on those guys. So we're gonna have to keep our ear to the ground as far as the vegan rap movement goes. We've had a lot of laughs. We've had some fun today. Flying Virtue, Tom Green, Shoegazing Guy, DB, Omnivore Games, Del Bridge. Who else? Who else is supporting? Let's see what's in the chat. What's up? Okay. How you doing, man? All right. Chat needs to calm down. Omnivore Gains, thanks for the super chats, man. Become Orthodox. Jezza. Sideshow Bob, okay. Rick Miguel. Ides of March. Tom Green. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Thanks for supporting the stream. All right, there's nothing more ridiculous than what we're seeing right now going on in the world. The world's going nuts, but you don't have to go with it. All right, Del Bridge. I think you had the biggest super chat today, so thanks a lot, Del Bridge. Everybody who watched, everybody who tuned in, everybody who supports. If you continue to support, you'll continue to receive these streams. We're going to keep giving them. We'll keep doing them. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, former vegan turned hunter, John Venus. Support the streams, and you'll get more of them. And we'll see you guys next time. Later, guys. All you bigots in the chat. I'll see you later. Become a member at primaledgehealth.com. Support the work we do. We're out of here.